How's it going, everyone? My name's impeccable, and today we are reacting to the Gamescom Day 2 event. The reason as to why I've chosen this particular date in question is, well, essentially we should be getting some Satisfactory news today. I do want to try and watch a bit more than just the Satisfactory stuff. However, I would like you guys to have a bit of a guess whether you're watching live or watching in the VOD. What do you think they're going to announce? I've got a feeling it could be console. It might not be. It might not be, but I think it will be. But yeah, do let me know in the comments down below. Am I correct in my guess? Am I completely wrong? I guess we're going to find out rather shortly. So there is currently a 31-minute wait time, but don't worry though, because we have got things to do. Luckily, there's a couple of things I have already got planned. So of course this is day 2, so day 1's already happened. So we can watch back day 1, see what they were talking about a little bit. So if we pause that, there we go, brilliant. Welcome Dirk, welcome Vinod, hope that you guys are doing good. Welcome to the YouTube stream, welcome guys. We are also live over on Twitch as well. Here we go, if I show you guys at the very last minute here of the Gamescom review, actually technically the very first minute. There we go. And yeah, there's a few exciting things that they actually managed to announce, which is pretty cool. A couple trailers as well, but Satisfactory is confirmed today, but how do I know it's confirmed? I will show you the clip. In fact, I'll probably show you the clip right now, just so you guys aren't too confused. This is a clip that was released by Coffee Stain Studios, the developers of Satisfactory, over on their official Coffee Stain Studios YouTube channel. These are two developers who work on the game. They're both the community support managers as well. You think it's going to be a console on the roadmap? Yeah, I think it could be as well. I think it could be. At the very top of today's stream, if you guys do want to get involved and interact a bit with the stream, there is currently a poll going. If you can't see it, if you refresh the chat or the stream, you should be able to see it. But I've currently got a poll going that I'm not going to close until the end of the stream. And there's essentially 4 different options that you guys can vote for what you think might be announced today. Console release, update 1.2, a roadmap for 2025 to 2026, and all of the above. And again, here's the announcement. I'll go over that in just a minute, but here's the announcement.
Oh, Mikhail, look, I made the Pioneer do the hokey pokey.
Oh yeah, you did. That's nice, kid. Hey, these shorts have been great and all, but why don't you show them some actual news about
Satisfactory? So the shorts? Yeah.
We can do that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really allowed back upstairs in the dev area, you know, since the accident.
Right, yeah.
But even then, I don't really think I'm cut out for that.
I suppose. You're not IGN, after all.
Oh wait, IGN? You mean the video games and media website?
Mm-hmm.
And the official partner for Gamescom in Germany?
Yeah.
Where they're doing 4 days of in-studio coverage, covering exclusive trailers and more?
Which is what we are watching today. This is day 2.
That's them. In fact, I was thinking of watching on Thursday at 3 PM Central European Standard Time.
There we go. So that's in basically 29 minutes from now. They do go on to confirm it there in just a minute, but that's the reason as to why we are watching today's particular day of Gamescom, because hopefully we are going to get some exciting Satisfactory announcements, which again, confirmed by the developers.
Or 9 AM Eastern Standard Time.
And the official times are right here. There we go. To be exact. So 5:09 PM CEST, which is still, I think that's like a couple hours from now, maybe a bit less than that. But that still isn't too bad. We've got a couple other games to view first. We'll get onto the Satisfactory news, and we'll see how long we're going to be live for today. This probably won't be a very long stream. I just want to get into the meat and potatoes of the Satisfactory news, and then maybe record a video straight afterwards talking about it. And depending on what news we actually get, I can then, talk about it a bit more for a future upload, which should be rather interesting there as well. So, why do I keep bringing up console release? Well, think about what we are currently watching. Well, going to be watching when it actually starts. This is Gamescom. The reason as to why I think this is going to be a rather big announcement, and not things like Update 1.2, is because Update 1.2, who's that going to appeal to? The people that already have the game. Just like Update 1.1, like how many people bought Satisfactory Updates 1.1 from an announcement? Probably a few, but not as many as Update 1.0 or Update 8 or, things like that. So there will be no point in them announcing Update 1.2 at Gamescom, because it won't dramatically increase their audience or their player base. But one huge announcement that they could make is console. Because how many, not just thousands, but tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have a console but not a good enough PC to run a game like Satisfactory, or that only have a laptop that, again, can't run games like this? Probably quite a lot of people. So if they are going to probably spend a decent amount of money to advertise their game on Gamescom, I'm going to assume it's going to be a pretty big announcement. It has to be. So I don't think it's going to be update 1.2, because again, that's not going to appeal to as many people. The reason that's why I believe it's going to be console is because that appeals to a much wider audience. Look at some other games you've already seen so far. Borderlands 4, which I'm pretty sure is coming out to console. I'll be surprised if that doesn't come out to console. We've also got Call of Duty Black Ops 7, which I don't give a remote damn about, except for the zombies. Like usual, I love zombies, but there we go. Again, huge game on console. So this event isn't just like a PC-only sort of thing. This appeals to all sorts of gamers. The odds of it coming out on, let's say, the Nintendo Wii, quite slim. Very slim. But the PlayStation and Xbox for an announcement, absolutely. So, we are looking forward to that today. Let's get some music on in the background. I could have this music. That's probably copyrighted, though. I could try and sing for you guys, but I would rather you walk away from today's stream with your hearing still completely fine, so I won't be doing any sort of singing. Welcome, Wedget Signal. Hope that you're doing good. Mr. Shorts, you can't wait to see what they have. Yeah, man, it should be pretty good fun. And it's nice that they have actually confirmed something as well. So we're not just watching in hopes of there being something. We're watching knowing that there will be something, which is pretty awesome. Console will be good to sell more copies. Yeah, exactly. That's my main reasoning behind the theory of the console release dates being announced today. Of course, we do know that Satisfactory is coming out to console. The last bit of official information we got, I believe I made a video talking about it, but it was about 10 months ago. And that was Snut, the former community manager. Wow, I still can't believe Snut left. I don't know. Yeah, the former community manager. And he said something about it coming out to the latest consoles. So I believe that's the Xbox Series X, as well as the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro. But the PlayStation 4 isn't considered latest generation. That's old gen. So I don't think Satisfactory will be coming out to PlayStation 4. That's my guess, that's my theory. Because if it was coming out to PlayStation 4, they wouldn't have said newest gen or latest gen. Maybe golf. Can you imagine? They got a slot in Gamescom just to say, we're adding golf into Satisfactory. And they build like an entire new biome. And in fact, what they should do is get rid of every single node in the grass field, just replace it with a golf course. I'll be completely down for that. As an avid grassfields hater, no, I don't mind the grassfields. Dune Desert's still better, but grassfield looks lovely. In fact, here's another question for the chat, definitely not off topic at all. What's your favourite looking biome in Satisfactory? For me, it has to be the Spire Coast, not like the desert part, but like the actual main jungle sort of area. It is absolutely beautiful. In fact, I'm actually recording a video well, not as we speak, but before I started recording today. And I think I spent about 4.5 minutes glazing the Spire Coast, saying how much I loved it. And I've had to trim out the majority of that because it was just pure yap. But it's a beautiful looking biome. Regarding the nodes, I believe it's just crude oil. I think there's one pure SAM node. In fact, there is a pure SAM node there because I filmed a cinematic shot literally showing the pure SAM node in the upcoming video. Is there anything else there? Maybe there is some copper, I believe. There's a couple other resources nearby, but like regarding resources, it's not great other than for crude oil where it's fantastic. The Spire Coast easy, yeah. It is very good. It's amazing. I don't mind the red forest or the bamboo forest either. I think those two biomes are really good. I think they are very, very nice looking. There's a lot of really good looking biomes in this game, to be fair. Anyway, one thing I definitely do want to try and go over with you guys now, rather than just looking at a black screen, is what other announcements have they so far revealed at Gamescom? And again, it's a 4-day event. It started yesterday. They announced a bunch of different games, and they will be announcing a bunch more. I believe everything that we see here is what they've previously announced, either yesterday or the last couple events. And there's a few of these games that really do appeal to me. And there's one game in particular that I really want to try and show you guys. I was going to make also, we're going to be talking about this. I am definitely talking about that in just a moment. I believe it's somewhat a factory builder, but it's like a Japanese anime version of it. I don't know if they've actually got it here. It's not really my sort of thing. I'm not really like a massive anime sort of fan, if I'm completely honest. But the factory part of it looks really good. I don't think it's a game I'll be getting though, because again, I'm not a big sort of like anime kind of fan, if I'm honest. Welcome, Bloody Dingens. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome, Marcin. Welcome, Camille. Hope that you're doing good, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you very much, man. You too. I hope you have a good day as well. They know that the PC community would not quite be happy with a console announcement, right? Well, the thing is, I assume that they're going to announce console release at the same date as updates 1.2, so it won't just be Satisfactory's coming to console. It's most likely going to be, well, as a guess, we are just speculating here, but my guess is they're going to say Satisfactory's coming to console, and we've got an update coming out as well for everyone else. That's my guess. Imagine golf being added and a doggo running around chasing the balls. That would be pretty cool. What is this? Never heard of it. I can't seem to find the game now, which is really long. But as you can see, there is a long list of games. I thought that was Pikachu. I thought I was Pikachu with an M417 or whatever it is. Oh well, it's not Pikachu. So a couple games I do want to try and go over. Firstly is Dune Awakening. I've seen so many people talk about this. I've never played it. I've watched about 4 minutes worth of gameplay. It didn't look bad, I just only watched 4 minutes. Play now on Steam. So, it's an open world game. I've never seen Doom, like the movies. I think there's a book, isn't there? I've never read the book, if there is a book. It seems rather interesting. And I'm sure it's one of those games I'd probably end up enjoying if I got into it, but never really got into it in the end. But regardless, they did announce this a while ago. I don't know if they're making a second game. They only just released the first one, I think, so I don't think they'll be announcing a second one. But regardless, that's something that's pretty interesting to a lot of people. The Indiana Jones game, this is already out, isn't it? ONL. No idea what that even means. It's a featured game, though. Again, I've heard good things about this. It's by Bethesda, so... Wow. I've got some screenshots. Damn, the game looks beautiful. Doesn't look too bad at all. Again, like, the Indiana Jones movies, I do quite like them. I know they're old and whatever, but they are actually really good movies to watch. Ooh. So I'm guessing it's some sort of, like, puzzle game. Just with Indiana Jones as the IP. Okay, what's Erling Hardens doing in a Reich uniform? But oh well. Pretty cool. It is pretty cool. A couple... What's this? Crimson Desert. I think I've heard of that. Little Nightmares 3? Damn. Firefighter Simulator. Oh, Golf with Your Friends too. I streamed Golf with Your Friends. When was it? Last year? I think it might have been last year for my birthday stream. It was really good fun. Although there doesn't seem to be much information here about it. Book fast lane tickets. It's actually up to 12 players now. Was it 12 players before? Was it 8? I feel like that's a slightly higher number than before, but maybe I'm mistaken. Can I please go back? Thank you. Yeah, not really much information about that. I don't think it was Honor of Kings, the game that I was talking about before. Again, like the anime factory game. Path of Exile. I've heard people talking about that. Dying Light, Rust, Mobile. Damn. Doom, of course. I mean, Doom's just a classic game at this point. I do like a good bit of Doom. I think the actual design of the demons are really cool. I think they do look rather cool. Hey, look at that thing. This is like the average citizen when they wake up without having a cup of coffee. This is what they turn into. It's a known fact, actually. And the last thing that I suppose I want to go through here is... Well... Isn't this like the Sims game? The Inzoi thing. It's like the Sims, but not the Sims. I've played the Sims a couple times. Oh yeah, okay, it is this game. It's interesting. If you like the Sims, you'll probably like that game. But yeah, it's Anno 18... No, sorry, 17117. Yeah. I keep saying Anno 1800 because that's the game I play. But no, this is Pax Romana, which is essentially an Anno game set in the Roman sort of era, which is really cool. If you guys are ever into Anno or games like Anno, you'll probably end up really enjoying this. I'll leave that in the background for a second. The books are amazing, the movies are next level, but what you've seen with the game is basically a bunch of griefer clans making life hell for each other and can't get much done as a solo player. Okay. So it's one of those games where you have to rely on other people to have a good experience, and when other people could ruin your experience as well. That's the main reason why I play solo games. Because other people in online games annoy me. Yeah, I do mostly just stick to solo games, if I can. You played Dune 2 back in the 90s from Westwood Studios. You started with Dune 5-6 weeks ago, and you have massive fun. Unfortunately, the game is already kind of dead. Oh, right. Don't ask me why you still play it, but fair enough. I mean, the thing is, right, if you enjoy playing the game, you enjoy playing the game. Whether it's dead, whether it's alive, if it's fun, it's fun. Wow, there's actually... I think I've already been through this trailer, haven't I? I did a stream a while ago where actually I went through this. I think it was a Satisfactory stream, but the trailer had literally like just dropped, so I decided to mention it very quickly. Yeah, it is pretty cool though. We are currently looking at about 15 minutes, by the way, until the very start of the Gamescom. I do want to go over this though, so let's pause the music, and let's show a little bit of day one to see what we're going to be getting into today. On sale right now for $2 to $3. Definitely get it. I think it's a really good steal. $2 to $3 for Golf with Friends. I think it's not too bad. You'll be happy if they just fix the multiplayer. The way it's handled now is terrible. There's no reason not to be able to host a dozen people on a Raspberry Pi. Yeah. I know there are a few complaints about the game, which I'm sure they are aware of. But definitely keep on mentioning that on their Q&A site as well if you do run into any problems. Because hopefully they read everything and they will be able to fix it. Yeah, console release though, fingers crossed today. That would be fantastic. Here's a little clip from yesterday. And this is basically what we'll be getting into today. All the different games and trailers.
Biggest gaming playground in the world.
Up the volume a little bit.
Where 500,000 people come together to play, connect,
500,000?
and celebrate across Cologne. 1,500 exhibitors. The biggest.
It's too loud or too
names in
quiet, let me know,
gaming
by the way.
industry, bringing countless games for you to explore and dominate. And we're just getting started. Ready to jump into some gameplay? Then
Yes.
get set for Gamescom Opening Night Live, featuring the major announcements and brand new game trailers. Less watching,
Monster
more
Hunters,
playing?
yeah.
Then
On
stop by
CC games,
Gamescom's
trailers
unique
about that.
Indie area, where you're in control of the most creative and unique projects from beloved indie studios. And if that's not enough, don't
What game
miss
was that?
Gamescom from beloved indie studios.
Is it that? I don't think that's Anno. Just looking at the background there makes it definitely look like some sort of city builder or open world sort of game. Well, no, definitely city builder.
And if
No idea
that's
what it is,
not
though.
enough, don't miss Gamescom Awesome Indies, our show featuring the
World of
hottest
War,
new
oh,
titles
nice.
from the scene. Or become the hero yourself and step
I like
into
the
the
artwork for that
Gamescom
game.
cosplay contest,
That's cool.
bringing cosplayers and fans together from around the globe for an unforgettable community experience. Join live.
I'm sorry, that Borderlands. I'm not really much of a cosplayer myself. The only thing I dress up as is myself.
The globe for an
Was that a
unforgettable
Borderlands?
community experience.
Oh, it's like literally on there for half a frame, but it's one of the best looking
Around
outfits.
the globe for an unforgettable community.
Look at that. The art style there is fantastic. That's really cool. The Borderlands art style is extremely unique, and I think that's one reason why I really liked it. I only played Borderlands for the very first time a couple weeks back, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it so far. I had to uninstall it though, because I've got a PlayStation, which basically means I can only have 3 games at once. But from the time I played Borderlands, it was actually a really fun experience. I didn't stream it, I don't think. Maybe I did a Twitch stream on it, but I don't remember. It was enjoyable though. If it's ever on sale, like I played Borderlands 3, if that game's ever on sale and you guys like exploring or open world games with a very interesting art style, then I recommend it. It's good fun.
Join live shows, esports tournaments, and creator events at the
Pioneers of
Gamescom
Pagonia.
event
Maybe that's
arena.
what it was.
Can't make it to Gamescom in person?
It's episode 6.
Visit
Not
our
the
website
people, the game.
gamescom.global.
Welcome, early
and
pause.
experience all program highlights via our content
ahead. Oh, no, can you imagine?
Gamescom now. While you're there, make your voice count in the Gamescom award. Vote for the most exciting games, groundbreaking products, and jaw-dropping innovations presented here at
Warhammer is so
Gamescom.
cool, man. I love the Warhammer
Do you remember
universe.
our incredible friends and gaming experts from IGN? Of course, they're back.
Where the heck have these two lads come back from? A trip to London with their swords and medieval equipment. Damn.
Incredible friends and gaming experts from IGN? Of course, they're back.
The
Hosting
cosplays are
full
incredible
days of
in Gamescom.
Gamescom studio live streams on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, hey, AP. Crashing the party.
The heck is that?
You'll find our all-time favorite RPG Gamescom epics on our website.
I saw this. I
Join
don't know
the
what it was though.
community and grab your loot. Now moving on to something that is very important to us.
Yes.
Our initiative Gamescom Cares. We want to shine
Yes.
a light on social and environmental responsibility. In order
Because
to
honestly, when I play video games, the only thing that I think about is how is this having an effect on the environment? That's what I think about. I don't think about like playing the game. I think about the planet, man. Are you guys the same as well? Or is that just me? Because like the planet, video games, but the planet.
reduce emissions, Gamescom runs on 100% renewable energy. Just as important, accessibility is key for us.
That's
Gamescom
nice.
should
That's
be
cool.
a safe, inclusive space for everyone.
Kingdom Come Deliverance,
Speaking of inclusive
Ratty Crew.
spaces, the Gamescom
I've actually never
City
played Kingdom Come
Festival is
Deliverance.
taking over the city with live music, awesome shows, and
There's many
all
games I
kinds
want to
of
play.
fun. Did
You're
we
the same
mention?
as well,
Entry
Bernard?
to the
Nice.
City Festival is free for everyone.
To become a participant,
Sorry about the Keir Starmer bloody jump scare there. Damn, there's so many ads, by the way. Had a bit of a heart attack there. We'll go over this in just a moment, don't worry. Is everyone feeling okay after that? Deep breaths, everyone, deep breaths. We can get through it. Turn it back. Volume back on.
Studio. Heard you were rounding up some Vault Hunters.
Borderlands 4.
Borderlands 4.
Yep.
Call of
Gods,
Duty Black
yeah.
Ops 7. Where Winds Meet.
Looks pretty cool.
Ninja Gaiden 4, and so much more. Day one of IGN's coverage of Gamescom 2025 starts
Face
right
cam,
now.
yeah, I know. You know it's a special day when the face cam is on. Apologies, by the way, for that. We're gonna have to rewatch most of this again in like 10 minutes time, by the way.
Welcome to Gamescom Studio 2025. I'm
You
Jane
don't
Douglas
care
here
about the
with Brian
environment,
Altano
yes.
and Max Scoville. Welcome to Gamescom.
No, I do like the
Gamescom.
environment. It's
We're
alright.
doing it. Last night's opening night live kicked off the show with a bunch of awesome new trailers and reveals, and over the next few days we'll be
I
getting.
don't want to watch
even
too much of
closer
this because again, in 10 minutes time, we're going to be rewatching. Well, not rewatching this exact same thing, but a very similar sort of format. So, is there anything that I want to try and skip ahead to in particular? I don't actually know. I just wanted to like, show you guys that very quick introduction there of Gamescom, what to expect, what they'll be doing, and what we're going to be watching here as well. Can I see how long is left? 8 minutes for this. We've got 1,000 people waiting on the IGN site. That's actually a lot less than I thought there'd be. But I believe there are a few other streams going on at the same sort of time, though. We've already gone over the list of other games that we could expect to see, and what we've already seen previously as well, which is pretty awesome. A lot of these games do take my fancy. Mario Kart World. What even, like, happened to this game? Because I've heard a lot about it for, like, a day, and then not really much after that. I don't mind Mario. I'm not like one of those people that plays every single Mario game. Mostly because they're, in my opinion, far too expensive for what they actually are. Not just for Mario, but all Nintendo games, like the Zelda games as well. If I could play Zelda for like €20 or £20, I'd probably get it. But some of them are like $60, $70. So that's the reason I haven't personally bothered with a Zelda game. Because it's like, I don't know. They don't look bad, but I just don't think it matches the value of what they're asking for. Maybe it is. Maybe it does, but I just personally not really into that sort of thing. There was another game that was announced. It wasn't Ghost of Tsushima, it was Ghost of Yotoi. That looks really good. Okay, Donkey Kong's got another game. Wow. Nice day for fishing. Yep. Okay, I'm glad you guys can't see the game that's underneath my webcam. But let's just say there's a female character who is... there's another one. What's with these games and just having like massive anime... anime features. Anyway, Alienware Arena. I've got an Alienware PC. Don't ask why. Mario Kart. Well, okay, we've been over a lot of these games already. I was just repeating the same ones. Pokemon TCG. I actually play Pokemon TCG. Not professionally, obviously. Truck Logistics Simulator. Is that a real thing? It is. That's pretty cool, if you're into your trucks. I don't really know much about trucks. I know that the driver... That's okay, but that's not a truck. I don't think that's a truck, everybody. It might be. Maybe it identifies as a truck. I don't know. Enhanced driving. I do like some enhanced driving. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I mean, there's a game for everyone, isn't there? There really is. Like, in 2025, there is a game for absolutely everyone. Spectrum. Haven't heard of that one before. This game looks rather interesting. The Blood of Dawnwalker. Is it like a medieval game? I love games set in like the medieval sort of period. It's a 21-minute long trailer. Damn. Oh, it's gameplay. Oh. Hello, Skyrim.
Set in medieval Europe. The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you is just a part of one of the mid-game quests. It's a really cool story involving legendary swords and a haunted almshouse, but today we'll focus on showcasing
massively off topic here, but this is really cool.
and the direction
We'll
of the attack.
onto the actual Gamescom, by the way. In 3 minutes from now, we'll be getting onto the actual reveal, which is over here. So don't worry too much about that. We're just waiting for the actual event to start. And hopefully we are guaranteed to be getting Satisfactory news. This was confirmed by the developers. I've closed the tab. Round of applause in the chat for myself. And I said, oh no, it's this one. No, take it back. Don't round of applause it just yet because I actually didn't close the tab. But there you go. This is confirmed by the developers themselves. It's pretty cool. It is confirmed. We are getting some news. We don't know what news, but it's news. I've guessed that it's most likely going to end up being console because nothing else would make sense for them to announce to such a large audience. That's my guess. Welcome, Homo Universalis. I definitely got that name wrong. Hope that you're doing good, man. Welcome. Blood of Dawnwalker is created by ex-Witcher 3 devs. Now I'm interested.
On the left side of the screen, just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges that will be filled in with each successful attack, block, and parry. Once they are full, you can use one of the active abilities, which allow you to take a more tactical approach.
It's pre-beta.
Perhaps. My memory isn't what it used to be.
I like the sort of like character facial animations there, because I've been playing some games recently where you talk to a character, and they'll be like, hello, how are you? And their mouth's like, oh, it looks terrible. But that looks pretty decent. Again, this is pre-beta. I mean, I've got to actually keep an eye out for this game. The Blood of Dawnwalker, never heard of it until about literally a minute ago. But no, it looks really good. I mean, there's gameplay set in the dark. I can't see anything, so there's no point me watching that. The actual city area itself. It looks good. It's not as highly detailed as a couple other games that I've seen. In all honesty, I think games like even Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which came out a while ago now, it looks beautiful. This game also looks beautiful, but like it also looks a bit depressing. And I feel like sometimes when I play a game set in the Middle Ages, I want it to look depressing. For some games, you look at them and it's supposed to be like a really dark sort of environment, but like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, everything is lightly coloured, everything's so saturated, it makes you feel like you're in some sort of fantasy world. And I suppose you are, because again, another problem with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I know this is not Valhalla, but there's moments where you're playing as a Viking, Eivor, I believe is a character that you play as, and then you're taken out of your Viking character, and then suddenly you're playing as a woman in the modern day in Los Angeles discovering bones or something. And you're like, whoa, what is this? I was a Viking 1 minute ago. Why am I now? It's a really cool minimap, by the way. I love that minimap. And now I'm not a Viking anymore. What's the bloody point of that? So it really takes you out of the immersion. And when you're playing a video game, especially like this, you want to be immersed in that sort of medieval sort of world. And I think this looks really good. It doesn't look too over the top. It doesn't look cartoonish. it bridges that gap between realism and fun as well, which is easier said than done. Okay, let's close that tab. I'll keep that tab open just for now. But yeah, the Blood of Dawnwalker. I don't think I'll stream it, but I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for it. Just over a minute left. Welcome to everyone who's tuning into the stream. We are getting some Satisfactory news today. Hopefully about the game Satisfactory as well. Yeah, Satisfactory facial animations are fantastic. Like, all those amazing Satisfactory cutscenes are just top-notch. In fact, I just realized Satisfactory has no cutscenes. Here's an odd question for the chat. Should Satisfactory have, like, cutscenes? Like, when you touch down onto the planet, should there be, like, some sort of cinematic shot of you getting out of the pods? Or do you think they should just have, like, zero cutscenes, nothing? Like, even with a space elevator, for example, when you launch something into space, should there be an animation for that? Should there be some sort of cinematic shot surrounding it? Or does that take you out of the sort of first-person sort of elements? But again, that's another problem with it, isn't it? Satisfactory, one thing that it does very well is that it makes you feel like you are the pioneer. There's no cutscenes, there's no cinematic shots. It is just you doing whatever it is that you are doing, which I think actually benefits it in some way. And thank you very much, by the way, to the 66 votes over on the poll. So far, the results are as follows. 38% think that we are going to be getting a console release, 12% think it's update 1.2, 23% say it's a roadmap for this year and next year, and 27% think it's all of the above. 7 seconds until Gamescom begins. Hope that you guys are excited. Let's get straight into it. And thank you, by the way, for the subs over on YouTube. We've already got 2 new subscribers today. I do cover a bunch of Satisfactory news, content, streams, and everything Satisfactory related. So if you guys like Satisfactory,
Welcome to the
feel free to stick
biggest
around.
gaming
Is
playground
it the
in
exact same
world,
introduction that we literally just watched?
where 500,000 people come together to play, connect, and celebrate across Cologne. 1,500 exhibitors.
Typical.
The biggest.
Only
names
2
in the
minutes that
gaming
I watched
industry,
of last.
bringing
That doesn't
countless
matter.
games for you to explore and dominate. And
Zero
we're
cutscenes
just
is more
getting
immersive,
started.
yeah.
Ready to jump into some gameplay?
Yes.
Then get set for Gamescom Opening Night Live, featuring the major announcements and brand new game
Another game that we saw as well
Less
was
watching,
Black
more
Ops 7.
playing?
I've got
Then
zero
stop
interest
by
in that,
Gamescom's
like I was talking about a bit
unique
earlier.
indie area, where
I'll
you're in
watch it.
control of
If
the
someone
most
streams it, I'll watch it,
creative
but I don't think I'll be
and
getting
unique
up.
projects from beloved indie studios.
It appears to be the same
And if
intro,
that's
yes.
not enough, don't miss Gamescom Awesome Indies, our show featuring the hottest new titles from the scene.
Indie games
Or
are
become the
becoming
hero
really good now.
yourself and step into the Gamescom cosplay contest.
I find myself
Cosplayers
like
and fans together from around
enjoying
the globe
indie games
for an
more than like
unforgettable
AAA games
community
recently, because indie
experience.
games aren't afraid to make
Join
risks.
live shows, esports
Often makes them more
tournaments,
unique.
and creator events at the Gamescom event arena. Can't make it to Gamescom in person? Visit our website gamescom.global and experience all program highlights via our content hub, Gamescom Now. While you're there, make your voice count in the Gamescom Award. Vote for the most exciting games, groundbreaking products, and
Didn't
jaw-dropping
Satisfactory win an
innovations
award
presented
last year? I
here at
remember streaming
Gamescom.
something like this, didn't I?
Do you remember our incredible friends and gaming experts from
Satisfactory
IGN?
won like the
Of course, they're back. Hosting full days of
like
Gamescom
Dev Awards,
studio
didn't
live
they?
streams
I
on
think.
Twitch and YouTube. Oh, hey, AP. Crashing the party. You'll find our all-time
Quarter of a
favorite
million
RPG
dislikes?
Gamescom epics
Damn.
on our website. Join the community and grab your loot. Now moving on.
I think
to
this
something
COD's going
that's
to be a very
important
forgettable
to
COD.
us. Our initiative, Gamescom Cares.
Very forgettable.
We want
Maybe
to
I
shine
hope
a
I'm
light
wrong,
on social
by
and
the way.
environmental responsibility.
PC Game of the Year, that's
In
the
order
one.
to
Yep.
reduce emissions, Gamescom runs on 100%
It's a huge, like,
renewable
award, by the way.
energy. Just as important, accessibility is key for us. Gamescom should be a safe, inclusive space for
The Golden
everyone.
Joystick Awards,
Speaking
yeah,
of
so it wasn't
inclusive
Gamescom, it was Golden
spaces,
Joystick.
The Gamescom City Festival is taking over the city with
28 million views, it's a lot though,
shows,
isn't it?
And all kinds of fun. Did we
The thing is, it's
mention
COD, people are going to
entry
get
the
it. It's like
City Festival
FIFA
is free
or
for everyone.
whatever it's called. It's not
Welcome
called
to the
FIFA now, is it?
Welcome to Gamescom.
And games like Madden as well. It could be the worst Madden or the worst FIFA, but people will still get it just because it's FIFA or Madden or CODs. Unfortunately.
Gamescom 2025, the biggest gaming event in the
I agree,
universe,
Camille,
is
yeah.
here. And IGN is in the building to bring you exclusive new looks at some of the coolest games out there. Like Knight Silksong.
I want to try and get a bit more news about Ghost of Yotoi.
Tons more surprises we can't
The
wait
game
to
looks
show
really
you.
good. I never played Ghost of
Get ready,
Tsushima.
because day 2 of
I'm hoping it's going to go on sale, so I'll get it when it's on sale.
2025 begins right this second.
Jack-O-Lantern 2 hours from now.
Everybody,
Let's
welcome to day 2 of Gamescom Studio right here
Here
on
we
IGN. I'm Damon Hatfield. Here with me are Jane Douglas and Max Scoville. Hey, how's it
Woo!
going?
It's a jam-packed show this year, and we're checking out some huge upcoming games like The Outer Worlds 2 and Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark
Hey.
Knight.
And remember, this is just day 2 of 5, so be sure to join us tomorrow for the Gamescom
5
Award
days?
Show when we
That was
celebrate
4.
the best games of the year. We'll be back on Saturday with more gameplay demos and developer
Up the
walkthroughs.
volume.
And then on Sunday, we've got some brand new, very special Gamescom Studio editions of IGN shows like Nintendo Voice Chat and Next Gen Console Watch.
And be sure to check out the official Gamescom Steam event, where you can show some love to developers by wishlisting all the games featured here on Gamescom Studio and lots more.
That's nice.
Right now, let's check in with Brian out on the balcony. What's going on out there?
Oh, hi there. Gamescom 2025
That Transformers
might be the
game on the
biggest
right
and
side.
best the show has ever been, and we've got tons of
There.
exciting new games to show you in
Also-
just a bit. We're checking in on
Autobots,
the
yeah.
Hollow Knight Silksong, the
It's a mobile
long-awaited
game.
that we've actually finally played. That's right, it's real and it's awesome. After
Ooh.
that, we're talking Crimson Desert, which I'm very excited for, not to be confused with Crimson Dessert, which I believe would be something like a red velvet cake. Also, not to be confused
Red
with
velvet's
Red Velvet
beautiful.
Cape, which is probably a costume you can unlock in Crimson
It is
Desert.
5 days.
See
Okay,
what I did
nice.
there? I brought it full circle, baby.
Was on the
After that,
Satisfactory
we're
dev
taking
video,
a
they
look
said
at
4
the
days. That's why I
upcoming
thought it was
Indiana
4
Jones and
days.
the Great Circle DLC, The Order of Giants. Then we're getting weird and wild with The Outer Worlds 2. See, isn't Gamescom 2025 amazing?
There's a lot to
It
go
is.
through.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, it's not just Satisfactory stuff, but it will be
Jada
a
Griffin here from IGN. We're at
vibrant
Gamescom
mix.
2025. Coming up in the stream, we're talking to the Deadpool VR devs and seeing if they're going to win that
VR?
Golden Chimichanga Award for the most violent VR game ever. We've also got more information on Borderlands 4, and I see all you out there typing in chat, all the hopefuls. We finally got hands-on with Knight Silksong. All that.
I don't
and
really
much,
play those
much more
2D games,
on
but I
the
can
way.
still appreciate them though. Like, there's lots of games I don't play, but I can still be thankful for games that look like that. Yes.
It's been 6 long years, and I'm not talking about the wait to play Silksong. No, it's been 6 long years since Silksong has been announced and is finally playable here at Gamescom 2025. And we've only done played it.
I played
It's really
a full 20 minutes.
I played a full 10 minutes. We still got to play some Silksong, and
We
that's
did.
more than a lot of people have done so far. So how did you find it?
I thought it was great. This is gonna sound like, oh, it's more Hollow Knight. It is more Hollow Knight, but with some tweaks that I liked. I really
does
liked
look
the
very
first
familiar.
game, but I feel like this
Yeah.
one, from the very small amount I played, maybe could edge it. Thanks to some tweaks that I like to see from some action
Art
games.
style is
Like,
really
I like
cool
it
as
when
well,
they
just looking
encourage
around the map
aggression,
there.
and that's what Hollow Knight did in the first place. It encouraged you to hit, to get health back. And this one kind of takes that to the next level, I think, and really does kind of, encourage quick attacking
It's a similar
play.
game
And
to
that's
is
what
it
I like to see from the
Cuphead?
combat game. Combat of this game is only really half it, because what I really love about Hollow Knight
The art
is
style, just like the
exploring and just how
objective.
beautiful the game is to just wander around in with that music. And yeah, did you cry at all, Ian, playing the game?
I cried, but only because the boss I was fighting kicked my my butt multiple times.
No.
Because the thing with this demo is there are 2 sections you can choose from. It's Moss Grove,
and Deep Docks.
and Deep Docks. Now, Moss Grove is the easy one to play, and
Yeah, it
Deep
looks
Docks
difficult.
is the hard one to play. I chose the hard one, which was a massive mistake because I actually haven't played Hollow Knight since it released.
Yeah.
So all my Hollow Knight muscle memory had completely gone. Deep Docks is a nice maze-like level with some really cool noises, echoing bells and crunching,
look
exploding
pretty good.
rocks as you hit them. It's
Thing is,
very
like, I'm not like a very big fan
and
of
the exploration
the 2D game
part
genre.
is really cool. I found some nice
Don't know
secret
why, I never really got
areas,
into it.
a little bit with some
A while ago, I didn't mind it.
some lore that I didn't understand, which will probably, YouTube lore junkies will love to unpack when they play it. but as soon as I got to the boss fight, which was with a character called Lace,
Music sounds
which was
intense
about
enough,
the same
though.
size as Hornet.
I don't think Satisfactory
I
will
was
come out in
just
2 hours though.
brutalised
That
over
sounds a
and
bit
over
soon.
again, and I could feel the eyes of people behind me who were queuing for like an hour. On my back, just like, this guy's terrible.
Maybe October.
It nearly drove me to tears.
Yeah,
It's up to 1.2 after
save
October.
myself the embarrassment. But Lace is cool, really cool design. Like you said, like Hornet, like balletic movements, really like flurries of combo attacks, very quick. Take a little time to master, I imagine, which we simply did not have. But yeah, I actually played Mossgrove, which is, I'm pretty sure, the opening level of the game. Opens with a cutscene.
I do prefer games that take the time to master as well.
Yeah, that you'd expect.
If you just spawn into a game, then you're instantly good.
It really is.
Where's the progression
The
in that?
Hollow Knight muscle memory kicked in for me. It takes things back to basics. You can jump, you can hit. That's about all you can do at that point. And yeah, I beat that boss who was called the Moss Mother.
The Moss Mother.
Yeah, she didn't give me any boss bother, I tell you. But yeah, did that first time, but you know, very simple, very easy. Lace, no chance. Probably an even tougher boss in that area we didn't seem to see yet, but like I said,
I wouldn't mind if they show some other games.
From what I saw, what I love about Hollow Knight, which is really like that balance between floaty and precision jumping and platform that I love. And you can also mantle now on the edge of platforms, which made a huge difference. I know some people maybe platforming isn't that thing, so this will make it a little bit easier for them.
I don't know how long the slot is, by the way, for
really
Satisfactory. Quite sure, like, because every game has like a slot for how long they can actually show it for the Game Awards. Some games like this have a 10-minute slot.
Controlled
Some other
really
games
well.
are 30
Slightly
seconds.
differently to the Night.
Games are a lot longer
bit
on the main
floatier, I
stage,
think,
like
and also,
Black Ops 7.
Like kind of double the size.
Yes.
I don't know
Like a
whether
mega, yeah, it looks good, man.
like if double the size is the right size, but I only ever played Hollow Knight in a handheld mode on the Switch.
No restrictions from
So to
taking
play on
bosses
the big
earlier
screen,
on the harder quests. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Hornet felt
The
like a
Dawn
much
Walker.
bigger
I feel like
character.
it's an interesting coincidence to almost, like I
Good.
said, this game feels like you're on the front foot more, and that kind of builds into that visual design. In the first game, the character a lot smaller. It feels like you are kind of fighting for your life in every big boss battle, trying to survive. Whereas this one, you can take it to them more. In that visual design, you don't dominate the frame. You're still quite small. You're an insect, but you know you're a bigger insect. You're not an ant. You're a hornet.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what you are.
Yeah.
But you also have like some new attacks. There's like a kunai throw.
I wonder
you
if
could
this is
do.
going to be a
And
co-op
I like
game.
doing that a lot because put me out of harm's way. But also, I
Cuphead
like
is a
that it's
co-op
now
game.
divorced from the health meter. You don't have to. In the first time, I had to choose: am I going to heal or am I going to use, like, you know, the force power ability, something like that? And in this one, you can just heal, not whenever you want, because you do need to build that wide bar to fall in order to heal, but it does heal you completely, which is nice. But yeah, the kunai, you kind of, I think, had 12 at the start of that level. Use them freely. Not quite sure how you get them back yet. Maybe you just have to rest.
Yeah.
But they were quite powerful. And yeah, can't wait to see what more they have up their sleeve, because I imagine this game is going to be sprawling, to say the least.
Yes, I reckon it will. And if it's anything like the original
6
game,
lives.
once you've completed it, there'll be even more to do afterwards. And all we really need to know now is the release date, and maybe we'll get to find that out
Very
in
soon.
the next day or two.
Yes, let's hope this video
Wow.
comes out before that announcement's made. Otherwise, we'll just look silly.
We will look silly,
Yeah.
but not as silly as I looked when I died like 5 times.
I was embarrassed for you.
Yeah, everyone was embarrassed for me.
Yeah.
So I'm quite interested to know why you chose Moss Grove over.
This game goes on for a while, doesn't it?
I like green. I kind of, you know, I thought it was on the left hand of the screen. That must be the one to do first.
Again, the game doesn't look bad, but we've sort of talked about everything to do with the game now.
We were queuing
I
for a
wouldn't
good
mind getting
hour
on
to play
to
this game.
new stuff.
A lot of people were playing the second one. I thought, I've got a good eye for that. I'm going to try the other one. And I liked it, like I said, very
Seems like
simple.
this has
There's
come
probably
so
more to
far,
it than
though,
we
haven't
saw,
they?
But yeah, Deep Docks, I only spent
remember
5 minutes in
playing
there. Didn't see a lot, but
Sonic
like I
the
said, a lot of
Hedgehog on
a lot
my
of
Game
levers,
Boy.
A lot of elevators, very
Comparing
maze-like,
that
like you said. Yeah,
to a game
was
like
already
this,
lost
it's
in
like
there and I spent like
unreal.
3 minutes.
Yeah, so if Mossy Grove was more linear, would you say?
Yeah, it seemed that way. Not as many secrets hiding. Maybe it felt like a tutorial.
seconds
area,
today? Oh,
whereas
dear.
Deep Docks, they probably go deep.
Deep Docks went super deep. In fact, I found a couple of elevators, went all the way down. As I said before, I found a secret area, and there was also like a mini, like, fight room where multiple enemies spawned.
I thought then there was some weird ones that like seemed like they almost had like pots on the head and they were chucking things at me. Like a really nice little like round lad, which I actually quite liked him, but I had to kill him. He had like a little like almost like saucepan lid as a shield.
Yeah, like did like a little bouncing.
I like that, but yeah, I was lost. I hope Cornifer's back. I need one of his maps. I really do need that.
Yeah, maps and, well, training is what I'm going to need.
Yes.
For definite.
And maybe therapy from how many people were looking at you?
Yeah, definitely therapy. Hopefully no one was
I don't
recording
know what
it.
they're using there to record, like, regarding their mics, but the noise cancelling in the background is perfect. I heard nothing there in the background.
Everything we experienced during our short time with Hollow Knight Silksong. But if you yourselves are coming along to Gamescom 2025 and want to play Silksong for yourselves, well, good luck. It's a long wait, so perhaps bring a chair. If you want to find out more about Hollow Knight Silksong, stay tuned to IGN.
I'd like to go to Gamescom one day. Maybe next year. We'll see.
Experience the sprawling metropolis of Hethro in NTE, Neverness to Everness, a free-to-play open-world RPG full of supernatural phenomena and anomalies. As a member of the Bureau of Anomaly Control, you'll use your Esper abilities to traverse the skylines and streets in search of enemies interrupting day-to-day life. Your roster of Bureau of Anomaly Control agents each have unique abilities to help them explore the city, capitalize on enemy weaknesses, and synergize to unleash devastating attacks. Pre-registration for NTE is open now. Let's take a look at the trailer for NTE.
Okay. I heard free-to-play, I heard RPG. That could either be really good or it's an anime game. It's alright, it's alright. I know I'm like one of only 5 people in the world that doesn't like this sort of style of like anime and like waifu games. It's just not my kind of thing. Okay, her skirt is about 2 inches. Okay. Again, the art looks pretty cool. Is that a traffic? Okay, no.
The average Cinefix movie list features nearly 100 different films and approximately 25 minutes worth of wall-to-wall deep dive analysis. To simulate that pace for this 30-second ad, we're featuring 26 different films. And before you say it, no, that math does not check out. We're not math people, we're movie people. We can't even count down from 10 without ending up at, like, 96. Subscribe to IGN Movies and TV for more Cinefix movie lists. Bad at math, great at movies.
Can't find that final collectible you're missing?
Elder Scrolls.
IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help.
Elder Scrolls.
IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and best of all, free. IGN has the very best, most complete and accurate guides for Shadow of the Erdtree, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, and so much more.
See? It's good, right?
Have I ever used an IGN guide? I probably have viewed one. Most likely.
Just search for IGN when you search for guides.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome again to everyone who's watching the stream. Hope that you guys are doing well. We are currently watching the IGN Studio Day 2 live stream at Gamescom. Basically, this is where they're showing off a bunch of new games, a bunch of releases, and of course a lot of self-promotion for IGN. We are confirmed to be getting some Satisfactory news today. We don't know exactly what time. I think they said 3:09 Central Eastern... No, Central European time? Which I think was like 10 minutes ago. So, I don't know when we are actually going to be getting some Satisfactory stuff. Oh, Planet Coaster. But either way, we are getting some news today. It was confirmed by the developers, because today's Thursday, unless I've massively messed up it. No, it's Thursday today. So we are going to be getting some news today. We don't know what Satisfactory news it's going to be, but we know it's news. So we're just going to keep staying tuned, going to watch it, and hopefully we'll get some interesting announcements today. Hello.
You're watching Gamescom Studio on IGN. It has been more than half a decade since Crimson Desert was first revealed, but next year players will finally get to set foot in the realm of Pywell in this epic-looking single-player RPG. Here to tell us what's in store, Leapy Park and Will Powers from Pearl Abyss. Welcome.
We'll double check the Satisfactory Twitter as well, just to make sure that there is something going on. But there
I
is.
think a lot of people were like blown away by that initial reveal. At Gamescom, you're showing off this game in action properly, and it looks really fun. I want to know what's going on in this world and what's at stake here. Who are we? What are we doing?
Well, let's start by talking about what we're doing at Gamescom. Libby built the booth with her own 2 hands, so.
Yes, I did it alone, all by myself. Jokes, yes. Yeah, so the concept of the booth itself, if I start with our booth design, it was.
There we go. Just to confirm to you guys that there is something going on today. I think I can show you this. There we go. This was uploaded to the official Satisfactory Discord, where again they've got the official times for today. So 5:09. Okay. 5:09 p.m. to BST. It's 4:09. Oh right. So we've still got a couple of hours. That's actually not too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. So we've got a couple hours to go into the official Satisfactory announcements. Until then, though, we've got tons of games to look at. So it should be rather interesting.
But also the concept of the tavern actually also exists in our game, so people can find out once we launch our game. So yeah.
What's this game again?
The focus and goal was immersive.
Something medieval, something.
So what we've shown up to this point has mostly been focused on combat. This build's really special because this is the first point where we're pulling back the curtain
Something
and showing
crimson, isn't
what
it?
the plot of the game
Battlefield awaits. Is that a
You're
Battlefield
getting
6
your
reference?
First chance to see the open world and kind of roam around in it. And players are seeing this for the first time. And what's so cool, you said the game's beautiful. Thank you, by the way. But everything you see is explorable. Anything you see, I get to do the Todd Howard thing.
I mean, that is an
If you
open
see
world
it,
game.
You can go there. You can climb that mountain.
Nice. Now let's talk about who we're playing as. Who's the protagonist?
Is it a completely
So
open
that's
world
Cliff.
game?
He is in a mercenary group called the Greymanes, who are fighting for.
This is literally what I was talking about before.
In
Okay, he can fly, right? But like we were just talking about this a bit earlier on when I was saying that some medieval games are like way too saturated. This is what I mean. Obviously, this is a fantasy medieval game. I can understand that, but compared this to the game that I was viewing a bit earlier on, where you actually felt like you're in some sort of medieval city, it was almost depressing, which is good. And then you compare it to a game like this, where it's like, oh, you're in a medieval game. Look how beautiful and bright colored it is, even though in reality it's like the medieval period was a horrible time to be alive. It really was. But because this is also a fantasy game, they've also got to try and make it look better than what it actually was, which I can understand why they would do that, but yeah.
Associated with that word, whether it's
Look
creating
bad,
your
it's
own
just
character and role-playing as
my
them,
thing.
or experience points and leveling up systems, those aren't in this game.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
that's
okay,
why
definitely
we're
a
not
fantasy
calling it an RPG,
game,
we're
isn't
calling
it?
it an open-world action-adventure game.
I don't think they could
But
do that
there
back in
is
the
still a lot
medieval
of
days.
customization that players can have over Cliff. Not just cosmetically, as well as stat points over his armor,
That was a
and
mission?
how he looks, but also in kind of how they play as their character. Whether you're leveling a skill tree in a certain direction that's aligned with your melee combat or your magic focus
Oh, dear.
or your defensive-minded gameplay,
Get him!
you can really make the play style adapt to how you want to play.
Feels
Cool.
like you're
Now, I
so
wanna talk
far
about
away from the
traversal,
character.
Because obviously a big
That was
part
cool.
of an open world game is just getting around it. And there's some really, like just a second ago, he like turned into something bird-shaped, I guess, and
Yeah,
was flying.
crow's wings.
Tell us about that. Tell us about the different ways you can get around, different mounts, different means of
That's pretty
movement.
cool.
So traversal is very important in an open world sprawling continent like this. We call it the
Yeah.
continent of Pywell because it's so massive. There's a couple really cool
It
things.
does look like a
Obviously,
massive
you can
game, to be fair.
run around on foot
Huge.
and see all the details of the world. Horseback. There's wyvern riding. There are dragons in the game that you can fly around in this large aerial abyss. There's even cool ways where you can take magic, bend trees,
Stabbing
and
everyone.
like Looney Tunes. You can launch yourself from the tree into
I suppose,
the air.
okay,
soar
first of all, this
through it.
gameplay is so dark I can't even see what I'm like viewing. But another problem that you'll often find with games that are this large is that there's many parts of the map that you just don't need to revisit, or there's nothing there, which you often don't really want. I mean, this game seems to have a lot of stuff everywhere, which is great. But if it's a game that is absolutely gigantic in map size, I'm not just talking about like how many gigabytes is it going to be to download, which is obviously a problem. But are you just going to explore like mountains upon mountains, there just being nothing up there other than like a dragon or something? Some news, yeah, we are getting some Satisfactory news today. It's confirmed we are getting news today. Hopefully within a couple hours or so. But yeah, it should be good fun. We don't know what the news is going to be, but again, the news is confirmed. We are getting some Satisfactory information today and an announcement. We don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to guess console release. That's my personal guess. But welcome, Italian guy. Yeah, this game does look really good. It's not something I'll be getting personally. Because again, it's a bit more... I don't like fantasy games that much. I don't mind like a twist on a real event, things like that. That's completely fine. That was cool. But when it's like literally like turning into a bird in a medieval game, then flying away, then lifting something up using the powers that may be, it's not really my kind of thing. Doesn't look too bad though.
We took a lot of inspiration in the open world and the building of that open world from our experience as a developer. I think
How is that music?
Black Desert as an example.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought that was from my side, but no, that's just from the actual.
Yeah, we
event.
have enough experience with open world, obviously, and there are so many, like, still huge community that loves like exploring over like combats, that stressful combats and such. So also our developers tend to
Bought a PC. Oh, nice.
develop the game they
Congrats
wanted
on
to
the new
play,
PC.
like, genuinely wanted to play. That's the adorable point of them.
This game will come out to
They
console though.
really
Yeah.
love to hide all those like cute elements.
dungeons,
and
it
all
shouldn't
those
be too
details
long.
In the world, so throughout the world in Black
Got a lot of
Desert,
really cool
for
games to
now,
view
I
today
can
as well
say.
though. So
There are so many like hidden
Should be a good
chest
sesh.
boxes and all those different elements. Even per region, you can get different type of fish, different type of meat, different
Ooh.
type of collectible minerals and everything. So we wanted to create those realistic but still interesting enough unique,
Realistic?
like parts into the world, so you
Pandora's
can
more
actually
realistic.
find the village or the area that you
Minecraft's more realistic.
definitely more immersed into, and like set your home camp in within that region, etc.
That looks heavy.
So it won't be exactly same for Crimson Desert, but since we shared this vision or this interest in games, so
Realistic,
we will
don't know.
definitely hit a lot of like surprises throughout the
when I see a game like this, I shouldn't start a sentence off with realistically.
Even though, like, obviously the genres are very different between
Realistically,
MMO and single
with
player
that
action
thing
adventure,
hitting you, you would not be able
living,
just to
breathing open world, and how the
not flinch from it
developers
at all,
have the
would you?
experience crafting that experience is going to directly translate in how they're building this open world.
Got it. Yeah, I guess I'm curious. Again, I was at a glance. You see like a sword and board third-person game, and it's like it looks like an RPG.
All contraire, sir.
Yeah, and I'm getting that. But how is the sort of difficulty scaling? Like, if you do have
like the
high-level
interior,
enemies out there, are they even high-level enemies, or are they just hard? You know, are they?
So, I get very defensive when someone says this is a very hard game. It's not. What they're experiencing, and this is a hard game to demo because
like
what
the actual look of it isn't too bad. I keep on muting it because I just don't want to like talk over them constantly. But the actual game itself looks completely fine. Again, like it definitely is more fantasy than medieval. It's just set in a medieval period, which is completely fine. Is it the worst game I've viewed today? No. That other anime game looked interesting to say the least. But I like the actual... Oh, is that motion blur? Again, this might just be me, but the very first thing that I do whenever I play a game, the very first thing I do is turn off motion blur. It's just, I will get sick within 4 seconds if I have that turned on. Wow, that was a lot of health lost there. It's a cool mechanic though, like literally picking up a pillar then yeeting it towards the enemy. I'm also a massive fan of boss fights as well in video games. Everything from things like Elden Ring, those boss fights, to the boss fights in Little Big Planets. Like, I'm just a big fan of them in general. Little cutscenes there as well don't look too bad either. Not bad. Ow. Ah, that's what I was expecting. Ooh, that's a good bit of blood. Lovely. That's a cool way to go. Well, it's a bad way to go, but it's a cool way to look at someone go. In a video game, of course. That's not too shabby. Traitor's shield acquired and a mission complete. I like the UI. The UI is quite nice. The little pop-ups, even like the text on the screen there when it's from someone's name, that looks pretty cool. Not bad at all. Is that the Prussian dragon there? Oh well.
There's so many things. I really, really love, and this, I promise this isn't a cop-out answer. We've demoed this game so many times for so many people, and because of the way that the technology and our proprietary engine works that we built this game upon, every time you load into it, the weather, the temperature, everything is different. And those aren't just cosmetic details. If you see
don't know where that
bottom
music
left of the
keeps coming
screen,
from, by
that
the way.
temperature, if you start this demo on the top of a mountain, if that's under 0 degrees Celsius, you start seeing breath come out. You zoom in and you can see Cliff's breath. Frost starts developing on his beard. There are certain of those elements, I'm not going to tell you right now, that affect gameplay. So it's really cool and extremely hard to demo when every time you load into the game it's different.
What is
you
that
can't
resource?
Consistently show off the same
green
things,
stuff.
but
Is that
it makes it
uranium or
exciting
what?
and it makes it rewarding
Uranium
to show it off
confirmed?
because it's different every time.
Sweet.
Build a nuclear
when
power
is this
plant?
game coming out? I want to play it.
Well, she's not getting out of her answering her
Oh yeah,
favorite
no.
thing.
What's your detail? You had plenty of time. He was covering for you, run interference.
Oops. I actually really love the weather in game, if it makes sense, because of thanks to our primary engine, they can do all these crazy magics. I personally, our lives, day-to-day lives are so stressful, and I'm living in Netherlands with very sad weather throughout the year. So, but in game, the sunset looks amazing. The reflection on the surface of water is crazy good. So whenever I just see those beautiful sceneries, it still makes me
The game
feel,
sceneries are
oh
beautiful
my God,
nowadays.
this is the baby
Really are.
VR working on VR.
Well, that's that is an underappreciated thing about open world games is do you want to go to this world? Is it a place you want to spend 100 hours?
That's definitely one thing I have been noticing recently, especially with games like Horizon, where you just want to be there, especially during sunrise and sunset. It just makes the game look so good. Same with Satisfactory as well, unless you're in the swamp where it's just pitch dark, but other than that, it's a really cool environment to be in, so I do kind of appreciate it for that reason.
Alien
a lot of games
language, but it's so beautiful.
Based on what I'm seeing here, it seems like they've been keeping pretty busy. So I'm dying. Again, when can I play this game? Do we have a?
Yes, we do have a release window.
Okay.
So Crimson Desert, you'll be able to play it in Q1 2026, available on PC, natively on Mac, as well as on console, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Mac's actually going to get a game?
For my
What?
seasonal affective disorder. Crimson Desert, hitting PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, and Mac early next year, but right now there's more Gamescom Studio on IGN coming up. Stick around.
Mac is actually going to be getting a game. This hasn't happened for the first time in
Studio,
a decade.
bunch of trailers for some games with extremely metal titles. The horror visual novel No, I'm Not a Human, a low-poly Souls-like Prison of Husks, and spooky-looking first-person adventure Karamora Beneath the Forlorn Limbs. Take a look.
Who beneath what?
It is their days, and the
What
judgment.
the hell are we watching? I'm not going to watch this game.
We've ravaged the earth for meaningless profit. We wallow in empty hedonism.
It
We
some people.
still belong for pointless reasons. And the sun is an unforgiving nemesis that will burn until there is no sin left.
Heck is this? spell neighbor correctly. You think I could be a voice actor as well? Oh no, there appears to be a body. This is concerning. Deary me. Again, that appeals to some people, that's fine. Okay, we're rapid firing games now, good. This is a game made in 2001. This might be the first game my PC can run. Look it up. You just see, I don't know. I'm not gonna say any game's bad. I'm not gonna say any game's bad. I'm gonna say that every game appeals to a certain audience. Every game appeals to a certain audience. Sometimes I'm not the audience. PlayStation 1 game, yeah. I don't know why they're all so, like, disturbing. Bloody hell. Some people play video games to get disturbed at night. And on the audio as well. Oh, nice Italian guy. Let's go, man. You might need those graphics to play the game that we just watched.
Voyagers is a new two-player co-op adventure about two friends on a mission to rescue an abandoned spaceship and embark on a journey beyond the
I've turned down the audio mic, don't worry.
Experience life as a Lego brick. Tumble, jump, snap together, and build your way through rich brick worlds in this poetic, non-verbal narrative set in beautiful brick-built environments supported by an atmospheric soundtrack. Invite a friend to your adventure for free with the Friends Pass. As long as one of you owns Lego Voyagers,
we're not quite sure, Vinod. In an hour and a bit,
co-op
probably.
experience together.
I think that's what we came up to. An hour and a half, 45 minutes. I mean, it's cute. The thing is, if you want to do something like this, play Astro Bot. Is that just like a PlayStation exclusive though? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one myself, if I'm honest.
A list so secretive, even we don't know what movies are on it or where they rank.
What do you mean you don't know?
Each episode will reveal one of the movies.
I've already seen this ad, but that's fine.
That was good, I liked it. Talk about why it belongs and finally find out where it ranks.
We saw, I think, like 3 or 4 different games there. I like that rapid fire sort of technique there.
It drives me crazy.
We just see a bunch of different games. Also, all of these games that are currently being shown in the background are going to copyright this stream, I'm pretty sure.
Catch up on all your favorite shows with up-to-the-minute gaming and entertainment news.
Yeah, a couple of those games were rather terrifying.
Welcome to a very special episode of IGN GameScoop. GameScoop has you covered for all things gaming and the latest game releases. Tune into Podcast Beyond for the.
Don't know if we're gonna get. Actually, we are gonna get more information about the Indiana Jones stuff. Yeah.
The voice of Master Chief.
Catch up with your Super Nintendos on Nintendo Voice Chat.
Switched to pre-order Mania. It was chaotic last night.
And get all the
Nintendo Voice Chat.
And rumors with next-gen console watch.
And they had like a Discord into the Nintendo Switch 2, and it cost like a bunch of money. Just for Discord. Their own version of Discord, of course.
It's kind of every movie's grandpa.
Geek Media Podcasts. The best podcasts from around the world.
IGN Playlist is the best way to track your game collection. Now you can even import your entire Steam library to Playlist, making it easier than ever to review games, show off your collection of the world, and finally chip away at that massive backlog
Ratchet and Clank
to get to. IGN Playlist, check it out.
You haven't released a new Ratchet and Clank in a couple of years. We literally saw this exact same ads already.
IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and best of all, free.
I don't know how long the Satisfactory announcement's going to be.
Most complete and accurate guides for Shadow of the Earth.
Could be a 10-second slot, I doubt it.
Tears of the
I
Kingdom,
hope it'll be a good
and
couple
so
minutes.
much more.
It's good, right?
Let's see.
Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN when you search for guides.
I haven't played a new Pokemon game in ages either.
Oh, I'm here at the Borderlands 4 booth at Gamescom 2025. I'm not sure how that happened, but hey, while I'm here, might as well check it out.
That looks really cool. Again, the cosplay. Look at the cosplayers there.
They said they had a few demo stations set up around the corner, but I don't... Oh, there they are.
Wow.
One of the best parts of Gamescom is
not
getting to go
bad.
hands-on with brand new games, and clearly
good.
Gearbox came prepared.
In Borderlands 4, you'll step into the boots of one of 4 Vault Hunters, badass mercenaries on the hunt for alien vaults across the planet of Kairos.
Reporting for duty, boss.
Wield
Oh,
outrageous
the Irish
guns and
fella's
unleash
back.
devastating
That's why I
abilities as
played
you
with
team up up to 3 other
Borderlands
players
3.
to loot, shoot, and uncover ancient secrets. Each Vault Hunter class features a unique playstyle and grants access to one of 3 powerful action skills. Let's meet the crew.
Yep.
First up is Vex, a siren with a talent for summoning spectral allies and wreaking havoc with elemental damage. Think of her as a summoner-necromancer hybrid who bends the battlefield with trickery and deception. Life hasn't always been too kind to Vex. She grew up scraping by on her own, and her siren powers only complicated things further. That hard-earned cynicism fuels her salty, sarcastic attitude. But beneath the snark, Vex
That's
is
what I
an
meant with the
empath
art
who's
style, by
seen
the way.
too
The
much
art
to
style was
pretend
really
that
nice.
Things are fine. She may be a pessimist, but when it comes to taking down oppressors or helping someone who's hurting, she'll be the first to throw hands and hellfire. Then there's Rafa, an agile exosuit soldier who's always on the move, and for good reason. Born in microgravity, Rafa's body developed with fragile bones and low muscle mass, making life outside that environment nearly impossible. His way out? TDR's military program, which offered him a tour of the galaxy in exchange for
I like how there's lore behind every character. That's pretty cool. You actually feel like you're that character,
a walking arsenal equipped with lasers,
rather than just
deployable
someone with a
turrets,
gun.
and a sword for up-close chaos. But when Rafa realized TDR had no intention of ever releasing him from duty, he went AWOL. Now he's on the run, making the most of his freedom and his firepower while taking down anyone who tries to put him back in a cage. If you're looking to get up close and personal, check out Amon the Forge Knight. Built like a boulder and just as hard to stop, Amon specializes in physical attacks and brutal combo chains with 2 distinct options for every action skill. He also commands a deadly array of weaponized drones, turning the battlefield into his personal
the gunplay is interesting. It is
Raised in a
quite...
vault monster worshipping cult, Amon was the sole survivor when the creature they worshipped was finally released and slaughtered everyone he
Part
cared
looks a
about.
lot like Borderlands
Now, he's on
3.
a lifelong mission to hunt down and destroy as many of these beasts as he can, using his arsenal of drones that form medieval weapons like swords,
Yeah, the
axes,
enemy just
whips,
doesn't shoot
and
back,
spears.
apparently.
Despite his tragic past and imposing presence, Amon is a warrior poet at heart, introspective, unflinching, and full of warm advice and wild stories for anyone who's willing to listen. Finally, meet Harlow, a former Malawan combat scientist turned Vault Hunter with a serious obsession for figuring out how everything works. As a Gravatar, she brings experimental tech and gadgets into the fray, using cutting-edge
Gravatar.
tools to manipulate enemy positions and control the battlefield. Her curiosity once made her an outcast among her Trant relatives, but now it's her greatest weapon. Harlow is pure science in motion, brilliant, inventive, and bursting with life. Whether she's reverse engineering a new piece of gear or tossing enemies around with gravity explosions, her spirit and grin can't be beat. Whether you're summoning spectral allies,
I
piloting
mean, it looks
exosuits,
interesting.
charging
I
into
won't be
battle,
getting
or
it,
hacking
but it looks
space-time
interesting.
itself with experimental gadgets,
I only got Borderlands
4
3.
has a Vault Hunter for you.
There we go. I only got Borderlands 3 there because it was free to play, so I thought, well, I might as well get it for the month, and yeah, it's been alright.
You're watching Gamescom Studio on IGN. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was one of the biggest games of 2024, and next month it gets even bigger with its first DLC expansion. Here to tell us about the Order of the Giants, Zeke Viren and Axel Torvinius from Machine Games. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome back. So you were here a year ago. You were telling me about this game.
What game is
and I was
this?
like, I can't wait for it. And then it turns out it was awesome. I 100%ed it. I did everything you could do. I found every puzzle, every secret, everything. So thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for making one of my favorite games of last year.
I was rather interested by that Transformers game in the background that we saw earlier.
With the DLC. It's worth mentioning that the DLC is its full standalone product. And you will access it through the Vatican sandbox. And it's filled to the brim with new mysteries. There are new enemies, new set pieces, fresh new cutscenes, a lot of content for you to explore. And if you're 100%
There's another game that came out recently.
There's plenty.
I forgot what it's called now, but it looks really good. It was set in Italy.
I'm going to 100% that.
Playing as some sort of like mafia family.
I'm going to get right into a stupid
really
question. Is there any really dumb new thing that I can hit a bad guy in the head with?
Wait, how many dumb things are there?
Yeah, there's a lot of dumb things that you can hit a bad guy.
You forgot what it was called now, though.
I don't.
Tons of streams and videos out
joke
about
objects off the top of my head I can't think of one, but we have some really nice new clubs, and yeah. I think we made a couple variations of new candlesticks that should break as well.
I love that. I was like laughing hysterically every time I threw fruit at somebody or hit them in the head with a broom. It was a good time. You got to see tons of players play the original game. What was it like watching people connect with this game? What was like sort of
interesting
the most
shirt
surprising
choice, by
thing
the way,
that you took away watching players connect with it?
So many things. I mean, first of all, an amazing experience just to be able to get the game out and then see the reception that we got from the community and all the fans out in the world.
You must be Swedish,
and
right?
I do think that one of the things that we love the most is that
weapon
players got it. You know, the game that we wanted to do that sometimes allows the player and the pacing to slow down. That was something the player base absolutely got into, and we see a lot of comments how people love the fact that in
who wins, the guy with a rifle or a guy with a broom?
Looking for clues.
Yeah, that's right. It's the guy with a broom.
Until next around the corner, you have some, hard-hitting action moment with enemies or a set piece, and that balance that was important for us to hit, and it feels really good that it landed well with the fan base as well.
Yeah, we watched some people playing the DLC yesterday, and it was so nice just to see them taking their time and just going up with a lighter and like lighting up things and just like.
I wonder what the game's about, because obviously you have to solve some sort of mystery.
The spaces are still like throughout
the DLC.
I'm guessing
it's based during the Second World War in Italy.
Like we want every space to.
What it looks like, at least.
It's reward in itself, just to be in there.
I think that was an Italian soldier before, wasn't it?
Hit player base absolutely.
It's more German.
Got it. You know, the game that we wanted to do.
Maybe it's set in
sometimes
France.
Allows the player and the pacing to slow down. That was something the player.
No, this is definitely Italy. This is absolutely Italy. So I'm guessing maybe it's still set during the Second World War.
We
trying to kill Mussolini's men instead.
An analysis of the main game. We looked at what things did work really well and what were the.
That was Indiana Jones, wasn't it?
Giants DLC.
I mean, what things did work really well and what.
Is this the Indiana Jones game?
Everything is represented in there in terms of cutscene, set piece, boss fight, new enemies, new weapons, new mechanics. And there are a lot of things from the game mechanic side of things as well in terms of like how we balance that with like visuals and narrative, of course.
Yeah, I think one of the things is like I think it really emboldened us. Like we're still taking risk. Like okay, we know that people like platforming. Let's make the best, longest, most over-the-top platforming sections we can.
Oh, yeah, in the very bottom left,
you'll see early on in the DLC we have a really nice, long, huge cavern that you're able to explore and climb up ropes and all sorts of moving mechanisms. And I think it's the most ambitious thing we've done in terms of a traversal section in Indiana Jones.
Why doesn't he not bring
that's
a weapon?
Coming from straight off a base game, going into developing this, and like designers like being really, really like excited about. Oh, this is something I've always wanted to do like for years, and now I get the opportunity.
I mean, it looks nice. It's so dark though. I can barely see what's actually happening.
For gamers, like we know, like it's first-person platforming historically not always the greatest experience, right? Like there's
he said before it's
really got it right.
They were in Vatican, weren't they? I was talking about is it Italy or France, but they did say Vatican.
Was there anything from the movies that has like inspired the Order of Giants specifically? Was there anything you pulled from that source material? So much of that made it into the base game, obviously, but was there anything like any scenes or moments or anything like that from classic indie that made its way here?
The main source of inspiration has always been Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's where we've been looking to get closest to with the main game. And since the DLC is this continuation to some extent in the theme of the main game, this is a very heavy narrative story.
You just punch with both.
So theme of the main DLC.
I've never seen that as a punching technique before.
To some extent, in the theme.
He combines it. Is that a punching technique? I'm not really much of a fighter.
Of the main game is this continuation to some extent in the theme.
Yeah, he combined both his arms together. Oh, hands together.
But there are story.
Oh, great.
To story reasons. I don't want to give away too much spoilers, but there are story reasons in the Order of Giants that makes it makes sense. It makes perfect sense to have it within the Vatican. It's connected to the tribe of giants and the myth of the Nephilims.
Okay, yeah, it's literally Mussolini, so we weren't off about that at least.
Because we do go to Rome in this DLC, and that also ties
in.
Thank
you. Ha ha ha. Oh dear.
Story of the Great Circle.
What was that? I think it went under the guard.
Like in the
my Italian
way
accent.
We present the notes.
Deeply apologise there to any
it
Italian viewers.
It will draw to foreshadow events in the future, or harken back to
other club,
yeah. And it's like it all
maybe
goes
he was just
into your
practicing his
journal,
golfing
and at
technique.
the end of the game, you know, this will be
maybe
another
he's a baseball
part of that
player.
long journey and that like overarching like lure that you want to uncover.
No, I really love that tangible element of like flipping through a book and stuff like that. It reminded me of like being a kid and scribbling notes while playing like a RPG or something. So yeah, that was awesome. There's a post-credit thing in the base game that I found. Do you intend to pay that off at some point? Is that going to be worked into this?
I mean, we can say as much as
it's a medieval
DLC
stage there in the
is a
background. That's pretty cool.
of its own.
When's the announcement?
So
we believe it's in about an hour and a bit, maybe an hour and 20 minutes.
Extent. We do have a couple of new ability books in the DLC, and obviously if you play
until then, we've got a lot of new games that they are announcing today.
But we do
we
not.
might get a very sneak peek of it beforehand. We're trying to see if there is any other news before.
Got it. The DLC is its own adventure.
I've seen quite a few games already so far today.
And has this seamless
couple
transition between main game.
Interesting.
What's sort of something that, without spoiling too much, that you're excited for players
obvious.
to find in this DLC? Because there are people like me that did everything there is to do, and we want more. So what's like the one thing you're like?
Of course, you got Indiana Jones beating up
obsessed,
half the population of Rome and the Vatican.
I think I've been seeing on the B-roll now. I want to see them do this fight sequence actually. This is one of my favorite areas in the game where they're pushing people down into the hole.
I will admit to you all.
It looks really nice to this part.
In the base game was just spend about an hour just making a pile of bad guys somewhere. Like there was that dig site area, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna beat up 50 guys in a row and just ragdoll them into a pile, and it was great. It was so much fun.
There is a secret towards the end of the game in one of the an ancient temple, without giving away too much, which is extremely hard to find.
Ancient temple in Rome.
To see people
try
to find that one. I'm sure they will, But.
Yeah, well, I mean, the challenge accepted, basically, right? I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I've been obsessed with Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2, bought it the second I could. You guys announced the game's coming to Switch 2, which is so cool.
Yeah.
What's it been like working with that system? I know that
Indiana Jones coming to Nintendo Switch.
Relied on ray tracing a lot, and Switch 2, you have a different set of specs you're working with here. So
I'm getting a Switch 2.
It's a lot of hard work for the engineers, that's for sure. And I mean, we are extremely excited to be able to have the opportunity to get out on Switch 2. That will be amazing. But yeah, there is obviously it comes with its own sets of challenges to make sure this magnitude of a game fits into that platform. But it's exciting work, and it's going really well.
Did you ever consider motion control whipping with the Joy-Cons?
That I can't answer.
It just popped in my head. I just imagined doing that on an airplane and people being like, please stop.
Yeah.
Do you plan to...
I had to do that with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, because when you're trying to catch a Pokemon, you have to do this with the Joy-Con.
Very cool.
I figured out there's a way to do it without doing
that.
Anything
else you'd like to say about Order of Giants?
Yep.
I know people are
figured
excited
it out a bit too late.
So.
Yeah, I think there are two things maybe. I mean, our love and passion for the IP and for the character has really carried through to the DLC. The DLC is not in any way
It's like a really big event actually,
subpar in
Gamescom.
quality at all.
I realize
to
it.
some extent, there are sections within the DLC that is even of higher quality than the main game. And it's also, I think we've undergone a huge achievement from the engineers and a lot of the design team to actually make sure that it was possible to have the DLC set up in the way that we have at the moment. It was not an easy thing to splice in this amount of content into the already existing save states for people. you know, so it's.
So looking at the poll so far, by the way, again we've got over 100 votes now. For what you guys think the update's going to be about?
On it. You know, there was a lot of
36% say console release. Let me get this for just a second. 15% say updates 1.2. 20% say a roadmap for 2025 to 2026, and 30% say all of the above. If you guys would like to get involved with the poll and you guys can't see it, give the stream chat or just the stream itself a quick refresh, and you can vote on the poll. So far, we've got 107 votes. Thank you to everyone that has currently voted. We are going to be live for at least, 108 votes now. We are going to be live for at least another hour and a half, going over all the Satisfactory news as well that we're going to be getting today. It might be a short trailer, it might be a whole segment like this, we don't yet know. If it's up to me, I'm going to say we are going to get some information about a console release date. I have already talked about this, but since we're not doing much else, might as well talk a bit more about it. I think we could get a console release, a date at least. I think it's going to be, again, October, maybe November of this year. I think it's also going to come out with update 1.2. So that's what I think the main announcement's going to be. It's going to be an update 1.2 trailer with console news as well. This way, it appeals to people that already have the game, because update 1.2 is a new update, so that would make them excited. And of course, console will then appear to people who don't have the game, or even who do have the game but prefer to play in console. So that's going to be a huge announcement then for everyone else. So that's my opinion at least. I think that they are going to be doing a console release date and a bit more news about update 1.2. Am I correct? Am I miles off? I don't know. That's just my guess, but that would make sense in my pea-sized brain.
PS5 and PC on September 4th, and it'll be on Switch 2 next year. But to hold you over until then, there's tons more Gamescom Studio on IGN coming up. So hey, don't go anywhere.
Yay, don't be another ad for IGN.
Hey you, looking for a way to wear your fandom with pride?
It is
the
brilliant.
IGN store is the ultimate.
In update 1.2, there's not really like a very big list. One thing that I do want them to try and add though is a mechanic where if you're next to your hub, you can sleep through the night. I know it's like a copy for Minecraft and other games like it, but I don't like video games during the nighttime. So I think what would be quite nice is if you can go to your hub, you can go to where your bed area is, and just skip to the morning. Also, what I think would be quite nice, in the special tab where you have things like the MAM, the crafting bench, have another very small thing as well, like a portable bed area, like a little tent. And you can, I know this is sounding like a lot, but you can bring this little tent thing with you. And then, again, let's say you're not near your hub, but when it's nighttime, you can place down this tent, which let's say will cost some iron plates, iron rods, some fiber, maybe. You place down the tent and you can sleep until it's daytime again. I think that would be quite nice, because, again, I don't like games during the night, especially because I am currently in a shed. My office is in a shed, so I've got 3 huge windows here. So during the daytime, it feels like the sun is bleeding into the back of my skull. So I wouldn't mind, obviously because of that, then I can't see my monitor very well. I shouldn't have to wait until like 10 PM to actually experience the game during the night. So I would like a bed sort of mechanic. That would be quite nice. They've already addressed like fast traveling with like teleporting now, of course, and you could just use a hypertube cannon anyway, so that's quite nice. Anything else on update 1.2? Yes. You know how we have a zoop feature? Where you can just click on one side, then click to the other, then it zoops from one side, like horizontally, vertically, whatever. I think there will be a rather interesting mechanic if they can do a hold zoop. So essentially, you can go out by 10, let's say 10 foundations north, but if you don't let go of the zoop, and then you move your cursor left or right, it will then place down 20 foundations, 30, 40, 50 foundations like that. I'll try and demonstrate in just a minute, but essentially where you can place down, rather than 10 foundations at once, you can place down 50 foundations at once, which will massively help out the building of larger factories. But again, blueprints, everything like that's completely fine. Maybe a workshop, like a blueprint workshop would be really cool as well. Welcome, Green Monk. Hope that you're doing good. Yes, this is the Valhallan shed. The Pickle Palace.
We got launched into space
in
the Outer Worlds, and this fall it's time to suit up again for a sequel that promises to double down on all the sci-fi weirdness. Here to tell us about it, Brandon Adler.
I believe Cannon's more fun.
City Entertainment.
There's a lot they could add, though.
Thank
you. Thanks for having us.
So I'm really looking forward to this. Big fan of the first game. One of the things I like most
So
about
the hub,
this is the
yeah, that'd be
flaws.
good, Magger, as well.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you can describe it better than me, but
There's a mod, yeah, but the thing is, update 1.1 added a bunch of mods into the actual game itself. So that's what I want them to do for update 1.2. Look at the mods, see what people like. Okay, we've got this mod's got 50,000 downloads, tons of positive reviews. Let's just add that into the game, make it an official feature, make it better. If you make it better than the actual mods, that's pretty cool. Of course, it might suck for the actual modders, though. That's another problem, but the actual player base, it could be a pretty cool thing.
30 actions. I don't know if there's anything that I would consider especially
Obsidian
dumb,
Entertainment.
We definitely check out, you know, let's say, for example, you're constantly reloading your weapon.
Oh, fuel to fuel.
Like, we might notice that. We might give you the over-prepared flaw.
Be interesting.
Where if you constantly reload,
What would you get though as a
you actually get
byproduct
bonus to
when you turn the biofuel into fuel?
Sizes. But if you don't, and you let your clip get all the way down
Hey,
to
thank you
zero,
very
then
much
get a
to
big penalty.
Sniper1993 for the follow over on Twitch. That's extremely kind. Welcome to the channel.
It kind of reminds me of Fallout New Vegas, where if you were playing a character with low intelligence, that would unlock some very humorous dialogue options. So aside from affecting gameplay, do the flaws affect the story in any
Variations of corners, floors out, yeah.
I don't think there's any direct flaws.
More architectural
for
things
stuff.
in that
we do a lot
regard.
of that with perks, though.
Quite nice.
Okay. Perks can affect dialogues.
But we also have the dumb trait as well.
I do want them to do what Minecraft did. Minecraft added too many items now.
The perks are one of the things.
I don't want Satisfactory to add like 100 new things, and it gets a bit overwhelming.
Maybe like a little bit more interesting this time around. Is that something that you actually set out to improve from the first game?
Yeah, 100%. That was one of the things
Weapons
that we had
Factory,
targeted very early on. Is just we wanted a much deeper RPG, one where the players could kind of build out whatever characters they wanted. We wanted to do that obviously with equipment.
Companions.
We made equipment, you know, significantly more and more in depth. But we also wanted every aspect.
When was Satisfactory? I've got no idea. Well, we've got a rough idea. It's going to be about
Fallout New Vegas, and
an hour from now, an hour and 10 minutes.
Not only the number that are here, but
until then, we've got a bunch of new games being shown, a bunch of new trailers, and we might get a teaser a bit earlier on. So we're looking forward to that.
Now, so I think it's even more than Fallout New Vegas had.
Wow.
You know what? We do have.
Keep talking about Fallout New Vegas. This can't be a Fallout game though. It's
certain things.
Very weird.
What's the other one? I'm blanking on it right now. There's another really good one too. That ties in with Abrasive.
Another planet would be absolutely incredible.
It's all so you can build out your character in a bunch.
I'll mute them for a quick second here. This might be a personal opinion. Do let me know if I'm miles off here. But for anyone who's played the game for a while, especially a few different playthroughs, have you guys got relatively bored of the planets that we're currently playing on for Satisfactory? Like, do you wish there'd be like a new biome or a new planet? Which I think they might do for Satisfactory 2, but that's just... It's a very unlikely. A new biome would be incredible, but for update 1.2, I can't imagine them doing that. Maybe again for update 2.0, maybe, but... Like, this planet that we're currently playing on, it's great. There's nothing wrong with the planet, but I've been to every biome dozens of times. I've built coal factories in every single part of the biome dozens of times. I've built iron factories in every single biome dozens of times. So... it's gotten to the stage now where I've done everything everywhere, and I'm just looking for that new challenge. That's why I constantly take massive breaks from Satisfactory, because I feel like I'm just doing the exact same thing. I get to the exact same stage. But to be fair, ever since I started streaming and uploading Satisfactory content, I have been changing my playstyle up a little bit, and that has been benefiting my enjoyment for the game, absolutely. Welcome, David. Hope that you're doing good. New enemies in a new biome would be fantastic. I wouldn't say no to that. Maybe like some sort of volcanic biome or some icy biome. And maybe some architectural pieces to go along with that as well. That can be fantastic. Welcome, it's Lionspear. Hope that you're doing well, man. Just thought you would say you like your YouTube videos. Thank you. So I thought you'd pop through a follow and pop in when you play it. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, we'll be live on Satisfactory tomorrow or the day after. It depends on the news that we get today. If we get a lot of Satisfactory news today, I'll just record a video tomorrow. If we don't get a lot of news, I'll be live tomorrow. So regardless, there will be a Satisfactory stream or video tomorrow. And then the day after that, guaranteed, I will be live streaming some Satisfactory, where we are working on a brand new mega project, which is rather exciting. Looking forward to that. Welcome, Loot Crate Liberation. Hope that you're doing good as well. Welcome to the stream. And welcome, Ibbles. Hope that you're well as well. UE3, is that Unreal Engine 3? Or is that something else?
But we're not gating you from
John,
just really pursuing.
any idea when the announcement is? It's about an hour from now.
But we wanted out a ton of exploration.
We're currently watching a few other game trailers before then.
For exploring this time around.
We might get a sneak peek beforehand as well.
You know, the time and money thing, we were able to get much bigger areas. It's still the thing where you're flying around in your ship to the different areas. It's not contiguous. But in each area you go to, there's a lot more.
The thing is, we've seen so many games already today that have this very similar sort of look. Like going up to a guy, stabbing him. That's the third time or fourth time today we've seen a mechanic just like that.
You get no respect, no respect at all. That's the Max Scoville joint. But can you speak to that?
That was
why
pretty
you
cool.
made the decision to not allow people to respect their characters?
Yeah, you know, I personally
it's
think,
definitely not
especially in an
Borderlands.
RPG, it's really important that the decisions you make have impact and weight.
That was exhilarating gunplay. I've got goosebumps from that engagement right there. I'm on the edge of my seats. I'm doing backflips with how excited I was after seeing that.
Is, you know, talking his way through everything, and then you want to respect
the lizard doggo sledding and stuff. That'd be fantastic.
An engineer that does this thing.
In fact, okay.
It just doesn't sit right.
Here's an idea. They could announce a new biome, a snowy themed biome, in let's say November. They can make it Christmas themed and then also have the Fixmas updates take place in the new biome. And of course the biome's here to stay throughout, but then at least it will make the Fixmas updates rather interesting. And it'd be a good way to announce a new biome there as well. There could be also a couple new additions to the biome as well. So for example, for the lizard doggo, it can be Christmas themed. There could also be like ice hugs, where rather than the hugs shooting rocks at you, wherever it is that they shoot at you, they shoot like icicles in your direction instead. Also with things like the hatches as well. Have like an ice themed hatcher with the bugs, again, snowy themed. That could be pretty cool. Maybe even just like a completely brand new creature there as well. A couple of maybe like a new ore. I don't know what new ore they can do, but have like a bunch of nitrogen gas out there as well could be pretty cool. A bunch of ores, obviously like iron, coal, uranium, whatever. That could be really cool. Of course, it doesn't necessarily have to be a snowy biome, but like I was saying earlier, like a volcanic biome could be really cool as well. They could go with like another desert biome or another grass fields biome, another jungle biome, whatever. And I suppose another jungle biome could be rather interesting, like the Titan Forest, but different trees are like really tall, thin trees, for example. Or a flatter biome, I'm not quite sure, but there's tons of different ideas that they could do for an extra biome. It's just whether or not they're going to. We don't know. We don't know. No console bullshit? Well, we're most likely going to get some console news today, is my guess. It's not confirmed, it's just a guess.
It's hard to pick.
I'm going to assume that it's going to be console news today with some update 1.2 stuff. They'll be announcing it for October or November.
You know, different aspects to them that are funny or
welcome Clash Jack, hope that you're doing good, man.
Or irritating in an endearing way. So it's
a
really
guidebook.
Hard to pick. I mean, stepping back,
that'd be quite nice. But lots of games do that now, don't they?
I would say are my favorites, but then I'll play another time and swap out the companions and see.
There was an announcement. Really cool. Yeah, there is the official announcement. In case you guys have just tuned in, by the way, I will very quickly show you this. This is from Coffee Stain Studios, the developers of Satisfactory, where right here they announce that 5:09 p.m. CEST, which is Central European Standard Time, which is like another exactly 1 hour and 4 minutes from now, basically, I believe. They'll be showing some Satisfactory stuff. And again, this is from the Coffee Stain Studios team. Here you go, all the Satisfactory stuff. So that is confirmed, which is pretty awesome. So we are going to be getting some announcement today, which is rather exciting. Until then, we have to see these games. A couple of these games have been really good looking. There's a game we were reviewing a bit earlier on, like some medieval game, that looks really cool. A couple of the games have been different, unique. You can make of that what you will. I'll turn the audio back on here.
It's been a long time coming. Outer Worlds 1 was 2019, and then 2 was announced.
Nickel will be really cool.
Yeah, it's a while
Titanium.
Ago. It's been a little minute, so I'm really excited to finally get to play it. Thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
The Outer Worlds 2 hits Xbox
Welcome
Series,
JB, by the way.
PS5 and PC on October 29th. Right now, there's more Gamescom.
Don't worry, David. If it's big, I'll make a video talking about it a bit later on. Steal your heart. I haven't got a heart to steal, but good luck trying. A female. There we go. Or is it summertime? Ah, I'm sorry.
IGN Plus is where your adventure begins.
What are you selling?
Plus,
I've already seen this ad again.
Unlimited access to all the tools you need to beat your games.
Here's what
this is pretty cool though, like the way that you can see all the maps.
Plus, awesome exclusive discounts on IGN Store.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch.
Plus, ad-free browsing on IGN.com.
Hopefully there's more than just a console port. Yeah, it most likely will. Well, again, I'm just guessing. But I assume the main thing that they're going to announce is console. The reason why I think that they're going to be leading with that, Planet Coaster 2, big up Planet Coaster, is because the majority of people watching this who are interested in Satisfactory but haven't got Satisfactory probably haven't got it because they haven't got a good enough PC to run it. Whereas if they were to announce a console version, it would appeal to a lot more players. And if they announce update 1.2, that would appeal to the players that already have the game. So this way, they're appealing to both a huge new audience, because bear in mind, there are hundreds of millions of PlayStation and Xbox gamers out there. I'm one of them. I play almost every single game on my PlayStation. It just so happens the one game I'm kind of like streaming is a PC game. But I'm always on my PlayStation, right? So I know for a fact what it's like for a game to get announced on PlayStation even. It's a fantastic feeling. So that will massively appeal to some new people. I think if they were to also work on a blueprint workshop, I think we were talking about this a couple seconds ago, but a way that you can essentially transport or upload all of your blueprints onto an in-game app or an in-game tab, so anyone anywhere can access your blueprints if they so wish. Or let's say you play on both Xbox and PC, or PlayStation and Xbox, but you want to have the same blueprints. All you have to do is upload your blueprints to some sort of Satisfactory in-game hub. You can either choose for it to be a public blueprint or a private blueprint. Then you can access any blueprints you make. Or, like, for example, your friends can send you a link of a blueprint they've done, so you can access your friends' blueprints. So little things like that would be fantastic. This way you've got access to potentially unlimited blueprints from anybody. So I can build a blueprint on camera or on stream. Then rather you guys saying, can I please have the blueprint? Where can I get the blueprint from? I can literally just send a code, upload it to some workshop, and you guys just download my blueprint. It would take a second to do. I think that would be fantastic. What do you guys think, though? Would you be interested in a system like that, where you could essentially download any blueprint from any content creator or any friend or anyone that you would like? I think there are ways to do it currently, but I think you have to go out of your way to do some weird stuff on third-party apps, whatever it is. Welcome, GE Player. Hope that you're doing good. An AI cleaner and a maintenance robots running around like factory tour. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if they're ever going to do that, but that would be rather cool. Also, what's this game? It looks like Borderlands.
Switch to sticky projectiles.
I've already talked about
your
Borderlands tons
is
though
nothing
today.
more than a crater. Or hey, maybe you want a maker with a wide range of options like Daedalus. Their weapons are easy to use, reliable, and quick to reload. From assault rifles, shotguns, pistols, and more. Or if you're looking for style, TDR weapons have plenty of it, since once your clip is out of bullets, you can toss your gun like a grenade. Then get right back into the fight with a fully loaded replica, digistructing right into your hands. Master the elements with Malawan's high-tech weapons.
Taking someone else's blueprint takes away. Well,
anyone who gets
for you, yes, I can understand that point of view. But for a lot of people, they will just want someone else's blueprint.
Might be just for you.
These
can do critical damage ricochets and can unload bullets in a flash. Perfect for sharpshooters.
One of those things where you don't need to have someone else's blueprint. You can choose that.
Shred enemies to pieces with high rates of fire and huge magazines, but it comes at the cost of reduced accuracy and heavier handling.
Upgrade the capacity of trains. That'll be nice.
You can just spray and pray.
You can check them all out for yourself when Borderlands 4 hits PC, PlayStation 5, and
that was
Xbox
definitely
Series
Borderlands
X and S on
gameplay.
September 12th, and Nintendo Switch 2 on October 3rd.
Hello.
You're watching Gamescom Studio here on IGN. Next year, we get to throw down
Make your own blueprints, so would I.
comic book universes around. Here to tell us about Invincible versus executive producer Mike Willett and combat designer Rip Parbu. Parbu, did I say that right?
Parbu works.
Oh, Parbo?
Parbu, it is Parbu.
Parbu, okay.
Rip is fine, though.
Rip is great. We'll call you Rip.
Everyone knows him as Rip. Yeah.
So what's
off the rip,
this game again?
So often when a new fighter, it's based on existing
it's a
show
fighting
or
game.
property emerges. They're often limited to
I don't mind fighting games. Not really my sort of thing, though.
Our Invincible verse is going to be diving into.
Essential in-game blueprint system would be good. Yeah.
It's a unique story.
Okay.
We're not revealing what it is, but it's really
it's our own thing.
I think it'll be pretty cool.
We have input from the creative team,
especially if you're a newer player as well that doesn't know what they're doing.
Across the board for everything, not just story, but like our characters and we come up with really exciting ideas for combat.
I've seen these characters before. I don't know where from.
Open relationship.
I know it's a well-known IP.
Really
oh,
cool. Go for it. So it's unlike any other experience we've had before. So really open to just the possibilities.
Excellent. I was trying to fish for like how many characters, what
Speaking
characters.
about fighting games, what the heck happened to Marvel Rivals?
Expect fan favorites.
Did they abandon that game, or are they still going with it?
Players are gonna love this.
Yeah, there was one game that came out. It got unbelievable support within its first
and speaking of tag
couple
fighters,
weeks. Then a month or so later, they announced that they were going to cancel working on it.
Are you guys able to reveal?
I don't know if that was Marvel
what our starting
Rivals.
roster is going to look like
Also,
it's going to look awesome.
Yeah.
With fan favorites even.
With fan favorites even. Fan favorites?
Yeah.
How about
Not
a
Delta
number? How about
Force.
a number of fan favorites?
More than 6. I think that's what we've shown so far.
We've said more than 6.
Definitely more.
It's
than
a game made by
12.
Ubisoft.
More than 12. More than 12.
First-person shooter game that uses a bunch of their IPs.
I will say more than 15.
More than 15?
More
Did
than
really
15.
well,
Where's
but
it
again,
gonna
they
go? Can I get
abandoned it.
18? Can I get 18?
I don't know.
15 sounds like a lot.
I'm going to try and think of the name now. Give me a second.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a really fun roster now.
Excellent. What character... Can you talk about which character has been the toughest to recreate?
X-Defiance.
Which character?
X-Defiant popped off, but again...
Yeah,
that's a really interesting question. I mean, I think that, Omni-Man, he's obviously someone who you can go a lot of different directions with, but obviously you want him to hit.
I mean, that's just for now, though. I mean, if you guys are interested in that, fantastic. I don't really care that much. So X-Defiant has it's already shut down on June 3rd. Wow. From here to zero. Why? Despite initially high player numbers, the free-to-play arena shooter known for its factions and various Ubisoft franchises could not maintain momentum due to numerous issues, including bugs, balancing problems, and poor netcode. Fair enough. So basically, the game was good, but Ubisoft screwed it over. The thing is with Ubisoft, I keep saying, I don't trust Ubisoft games, but the majority of some of my favorite titles are Ubisoft games.
Coming back to
Watch Dogs.
Or new to them.
I love Watch Dogs.
Really accessible.
Ubisoft game.
Single input
Assassin's Creed. I'm pretty sure
but for the hardcore,
Ubisoft is now in charge of Assassin's Creed, or has always been in charge.
Like a 6-button layout. That's really
the Anno games. I think Ubisoft again.
People
that like
playing on leverless, like playing on arcade sticks.
They've got some really good games under their belts.
Really fast. It's awesome. We're huge fans of it. Yeah,
for me, playing on just the standard controller inputs is very easy and accessible on a controller. But when I moved to an arcade stick, I was like, I need less buttons, right? So going back to the vision like this.
Hey, David with the sub. Welcome to the channel, man.
Invincible
That's extremely
has
kind of you, man.
some great
Welcome.
moments in fighting, obviously, throughout the show, throughout
it's loud,
the
by
novels.
The way.
I've seen in some of the footage, we've seen some changing of locations in the fights. How do those kind of trigger? Is that kind of like a special mechanic, or how does that work?
That's our arena shift. Describe the arena shift.
So basically, we have this arena shift, and the way you trigger
it is by finding a couple state.
So you have to have a couple state, and then you have to do a snapback attack, and it costs the bar meter to do that. So if that happens, it's one time per match, and when that happens, you lock out all their assists for 10 seconds.
I don't really understand
and you
games
get
like this,
unlimited boost regeneration for that 10 seconds. So it makes you super powered up for 10 seconds, but it can only happen once per match.
Excellent. That's a real kind of.
And it's not a predetermined place that you go to during an arena.
Up to 130 votes down the board, by the way.
Just like superheroes, when they fight, you could wind up anywhere around the
by
world.
YouTube live streams, the most votes you've ever had on a poll, if I remember correctly, was 137.
Literally happen in the game.
So we're 8 votes away.
Are we going to be able to
breaking
recreate
my
any big
channel
moments?
record
And
there
sounds
for
like we're going to be able to do that. Maybe
on stream.
Omni-Man holding Invincible through the whole Metro train.
Well,
Rivals, it seems more popular game. Yeah,
so
Marvel Rivals is very popular.
To when he
I haven't played. I think I played it once.
Destroys the Flaccid Dimension and wrecks shop in there, and for us it was such a
played
huge
Overwatch
moment,
once as well because
really wanted to celebrate
my friend essentially not forced me, but gonna play Overwatch. Yes.
Other Easter eggs we have in there is Battle Beast.
Quite easy to
which is paying homage to the fight against Invincible.
I've heard so much about Overwatch, but it's not really my sort of style of games. I don't like hero shooters.
Just really wrecking poor Mark.
The rain.
That's one of the main reasons as to why I didn't like Star Wars Battlefronts.
Love it.
The actual game itself wasn't bad, but you'd have to use a character that you didn't like for half an hour. Just use a character that you did like for 5 minutes. I didn't see the point of that.
We're going to have single player modes.
If I'm going to play as a recon player, I'm going to stay as a recon or a support player or an assault player.
We're going to do some more deep dives.
Perfect. Guest characters are all the rage, and I know we're still, like, you said we're going up to 15
Underwater biome would be
like,
fantastic. I don't know how that's going to work on their engine, though.
But if you could include, like, a guest character, like, kind of on your
yes, like actually having, like, ores and nodes underwater.
Guest characters. Oh, those are...
That'd be really cool.
Those are really tough.
There's, like, infinite possibilities.
What's the best comparison I can give for
this?
this?
Games, it could literally be anything from anywhere. I don't know, man.
Something that's the one. Feels authentic and like would sit in the IP in a really
something that
really
fits
cool
in this universe, and something where violence is welcomed. I don't think that Sonic the Hedgehog is going to fit in here very well. Like I can't imagine they'd let us knock his head off.
Something like this.
Maybe
where underwater you could build like these little bubbles essentially,
eats people,
and you could walk around underwater, still breathing off the sweat.
Without the bones.
And have like different factory parts and different parts of like these
it's a world of possibilities,
huge underwater
To
domes.
have an awesome partnership.
That would be really cool.
Guest characters in,
and then you can connect them using things like hypertubes or
are there any characters that
walkways.
stand out with a unique style of
That'd be
gameplay
great.
compared to the rest? Like,
But again, is that ever going to happen realistically?
Is there anybody so far in the roster that kind of stands out and plays a little bit differently?
I like Bulletproof a lot. Like Bulletproof is one of our
like
first characters.
Subnautica
like
mixed into Satisfactory.
With
that would be
from back in the day with Fei
such a good update.
It's like a series of inputs where you do multiple like strikes in your special move sequence, and so Bulletproof has like some.
Still talking about this game, by the way. I'm not even paying attention. I'm sorry.
Strange arcs that he can do with his other special moves. So how he manipulates.
It's not like a bad game. It's just
how he
not
can
my
cancel
thing.
out of those moves. I've seen some of the most stylish combos ever with Bulletproof, and he's kind of currently my favorite right now.
I think that's the wild part about the game too, because I think when
I'm sure there's tons of people doing this exact same stream.
Like the fan favorite that everyone goes to, but in the game he's pretty
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Satisfactory 2.0. That could be nice.
Gameplay goes for me, I have to go Rex because a lot of the characters in this game they're like flying around. They're in
it's
air
like
dashes. Rex
there won't be a major Satisfactory update now. I don't think until update 2.0.
Run stance. He's got the wall jump as well.
It doesn't mean that it's going to be in 3 years from now. Or whatever. Like, it's not necessarily going to go Satisfactory update 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. It could go 1.1, 1.2, 2.0.
Invincible versus.
You don't know.
I want to put us into Invincible versus.
That's why there was no
World.
update 9.
Give you guys some fantasy matchups and tell me who's going to win. And
went from update 8 to updates 1.0.
Get into a little fight. First up, Invincible versus Superman.
Well, I think what winds up happening is Mark gets beat up a whole bunch.
I heard Superman, so I heard that's the one thing I can recognize from the IP.
He will stand back up though. Like he's never out. So like I think Superman is going to beat his ass for a bit, but Mark is stubborn, so he's going to keep coming back for more.
And he'll have kryptonite.
And he'll figure it out.
yeah, I think you have to have kryptonite.
Or maybe he will create some for him.
Sure.
So
DLC, yeah. He will most likely do a DLC.
Actually, whatever name you're going to say, Adam Eve beats her ass.
Wouldn't be surprised because they've got the support for it. I made a video talking about that actually a while ago.
Oh, Eve beat
something titled like, is Satisfactory going to have a DLC or Satisfactory DLC, something like that.
Omni-Man. Yeah.
But I think there would be tons of support for it.
Trained for like thousands and thousands of years as a warrior, where Homelander is.
He just likes milk.
Yeah, and he's a psychopath.
I think they do that after console because console was going to earn them a lot of money.
All right.
A lot of money.
Bulletproof versus Goku.
Oh, I want Bulletproof to win. You know, but I'm pretty sure it's Goku.
Goku's pretty strong.
Goku's pretty strong. But you know what?
But he doesn't have bullets.
But
no, I don't know who. Well, I know who Goku is. I don't know what show is it from.
Bulletproof is going to look stylish in his combos until Goku kills him.
I say Bulletproof wins on style.
Yeah.
All right, on style for sure. Thanks
What
so
oars
much.
would be
Invincible
nice.
Versus will be hitting, kicking, and grappling its way onto Xbox Series, PS5, and PC sometime next year. But right now, there's more Gamescom Studio right here on IGN.
Found a bug when you have a blueprint.
Oh, hi, new friend.
This game looks interesting, by the way.
Hey there, I'm here with
The first objects being auto-connected. If you land on something with a hover pack, parachute, or jetpack, or crazy if you die.
Gamescom. It's Deadpool VR. Hey Phil, nice to meet you.
I didn't even know
Nice
that.
to meet you.
Yes, could you give us a brief overview of Deadpool VR?
So Deadpool VR is an action game that mixes range combat with melee, explosives.
Why does the audio keep
sometimes
doing
even
that?
your own limbs. It's a really fun game. We have Deadpool who basically gets involved with Mojo, the ruler of Mojo World. Now Deadpool.
1 minute the audio is so quiet, the next
online
minute
on
it's
his
just
contract,
bleeding
so
my
he
ears.
ends up going
Sorry
after
about
a
that.
bunch of really cool villains.
It's not from my side, it's from their side. Like, the audio keeps changing audio
There's
levels.
still all sorts of other cool characters we haven't seen yet. Even Omega Red. We're gonna go to cool places. We go to Mojo World, which I don't
Found it
think
out
people
now. All
went
right.
to a whole lot. We go to Simcaria. We go to the Spirit of Xandar. We have a bunch of cool places to go to. So Deadpool puts all that together into an amazing.
Not really like a massive VR fan.
Now Deadpool is known as one of the most.
I don't mind VR, but I just get sick playing it.
A lot of that is to do with his love of violence.
I suppose I do
How
mind
violent
VR.
Can you get in Deadpool VR?
So Deadpool can be as violent as you're creative. And really the game is made so that
it's their side, it has to be, yeah.
Now we have rewards in the game. We have mojo bucks that you can get if you're performing really well when you complete combats. We want you to be creative. So really, you can throw swords, you can throw guns. Now this is Deadpool also. Somebody comes
I've never even watched Deadpool, so I don't know if these creatures are also in Deadpool.
So there's a little bit of gore, but it's kind of a funny cartoon gore, and it's really based off of the creativity and combat.
Nothing but a trailer so far, but very interesting.
It's not so overwhelming. You're like, whoa, take a minute, you know. It's actually really, really fun.
Cool. Now, I've seen a snippet in one of the trailers of Deadpool pushing an enemy's face into some helicopter blades. Do you have like a favorite or most comical finisher move or anything that you can pull off?
So I think it's really contextual. If there's an enemy on an enemy on a bridge, for example, for me it's grapple gun, throw him off the ledge.
You craft a spaceship, essentially.
I always think of that Indiana Jones moment where the guy comes at him with the swords and he just pulls his gun out. To me, that's how I play Deadpool. The more threatening the enemy is, and the more I can sort of embarrass his abilities with what I'm doing, I'll do that. So
it's interesting.
We have a ton of custom
animations. Release date 2025.
Big enemy in the game, you slide under his legs, get your swords out, you can completely open up his belly. I love that stuff. So I don't have one favorite. It's just contextual.
Very interesting.
There's a ton.
Yo, neighbor of the raid, thank you so much, man.
Is that an option?
Hope you had a good stream.
Actually,
we are currently watching the Gamescom Day 2 announcements, as we are going to be getting some Satisfactory news now in less than 40 minutes, about 40 minutes, about 45 minutes, which should be rather exciting. We've seen a bunch of games so far today. Some of them have been really good. Some of them haven't. Oh well. Good day, welcome, man. Good day. Stream was good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, some of these games, I mean, ow, that's gonna hurt in the morning. Oh dearie me. We have seen a couple good games. Yeah.
And then as they're dying, I'll just grapple them down just to really.
Spacecraft. I have to keep an eye out for that.
I got them. They're very flexible.
I don't mind trying a couple new games, making some videos about it. I will just be sticking to Satisfactory for the main content. If anything really interesting comes out that's factory related, I will definitely give it a look.
Chopping your enemies, are there points of contact on the body? Can you take limbs off, head off, that kind of thing?
So you're going to see sometimes in the game there's an icon that shows up above the enemy's heads. That means it's time to do a finisher on them. Right. How you hit them with the swords will create different forms of dismemberment. So you can go after their legs, their arms, their heads. Sometimes you can cut them in half. We have all sorts of crazy things you can do.
Awesome. And now, it's not just the swords and the pistols you can use. You've mentioned other weapons as well, but I have a feeling
I find mechanics like that really cool rather than disturbing. Because I remember when I was...
Now, enemies' limbs are also
how old was I?
So if you're clever
6, 7?
Enemy,
I played a game called Call of Duty World at War. I mostly just stuck to the campaign.
Sometimes it could be
and there were literally scenes of actual World War II footage in the campaign.
Really, when I say the game is creative, we mean that
in like the cutscenes,
and
which were rather gruesome. So I don't really find stuff like this gruesome anymore because I just got exposed to it when I was younger. But
you saw a hammer,
it can be interesting if it's done right. It still can be very gruesome looking. World at War was a fantastic game for that reason.
Sometimes he introduces weapons that probably look really familiar to
It wasn't like a game like some of the new COD games where it's like, oh, war, Nicki Minaj skins, bang, bang, bang. It's like, oh, I am in the middle of a war now. This is actually really, like, generally terrifying. Especially, again, because you were 7 trying to escape Nazi Germany or trying to survive Stalingrad or trying to escape an American prisoner of war camp in some Japanese island. It was generally terrifying. But no, World at War was a fantastic game. Fantastic. You have to get the Satisfactory news tomorrow. Don't know if you can stay up for it. Oh, that's fine, don't worry. If it's anything interesting, I'm sure there'll be videos all over YouTube about it tomorrow morning. But fingers crossed, I'm going to guess it's console release and some news about update 1.2. This way, it will appeal to the players that currently have the game and to millions of new players as well. That's my guess.
You're moving where you're looking or with your stick. All of that comes in presets, or you can customize specifically what you want if you know exactly what you need. So really the goal for us is to leverage 5 games worth of VR experience into something that's
I would recommend recycled recipes for the plastic and rubber facility. You end up saving a lot of crude oil in comparison to the basic, and you end up saving a lot of water in comparison to the
So you have
on
to
the
stay
resin
with me
recipe
here,
as well.
Deadpool, obviously,
I do recommend the
he
recycled.
understands he's in a game.
One that
He knows
requires
that you're
fuel
playing him
and
in the
plastic
game,
or fuel
and
and
he
rubber.
knows that we made the game. So
Really
you're
good.
gonna have Deadpool
I've got a
who
video
sometimes
coming out
talk
about
to
that
other
in a
characters
couple
because
weeks.
he's in the game. Sometimes he talks to the player. He'll be like, "Hey, player, stop killing me. Like, do this different." Or he might be, "Hey, game developers, I don't like this. This is unfair. You should give me something for finishing that level." So it's really fun because Deadpool's a perfect character.
Feed each
for
other,
having
basically.
That
Yeah,
sort of setup.
it's really good.
All of that really led to Deadpool being one
Almost
of the
feels
best
like
heroes you
cheating,
can
but
put
it's a
in
game
VR
mechanic,
helmet,
so
really.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
we use
Deadpool's
it.
actually been in, or he's featured in around
Almost
8
triple.
games before.
It depends.
Always voiced by Nolan North. This
I've done the
time
maths
he's
for it.
voiced by
Regarding
Neil
water,
Patrick
for some
Harris.
instances you can save like
brought to the
quadruple the amount of
role,
water.
that maybe
For
is
crude oil,
different or
it's
just, you know,
double
embodies the Deadpool
amount of
persona.
crude oil that you
Right,
can save,
so
or technically half the
when
amount that
we
you use.
started talking about doing Deadpool, we wanted to have something really unique. We wanted to have our own spin, our own story, our own characters.
It's
so
flexible,
it needed to
that's
feel
fine as well.
familiar,
You just end up
but also
consuming a lot
be
more water.
absolutely unique.
And
So
a
our
little
choice
bit
to
less
go with
crude
Neil
oil.
Patrick Harris was to get that combination
bad.
of factors, something that people will go, it feels familiar, but hey, this is a unique spin. You can tell we're more influenced by the comic books. That's on purpose. That's where we
what
come
game
from.
are we
That's
watching,
our
by the
source,
way?
but also we're very, very
Marvel
unique.
Deadpool
And I
VR.
think
Are we still
Neil's
watching
doing a
this?
great job. I still laugh every day at the lines that
Meta
he's
Quest. How
reading.
much
It's
is
just
the Meta
amazing.
Quest now?
Are
Is
there
it
any
still like
moments where
above £100?
Neil Patrick Harris Deadpool references Nolan North Deadpool?
So I will say this:
£289
Neil
quid.
Patrick Harris has broad
Well, that's for the
pop
3S.
culture knowledge, and he definitely leverages that in the game.
Okay, fair enough. Now, finally, Deadpool VR is coming exclusively to the Meta Quest 3 and 3S.
Used
What
ones,
makes it
like,
unable to run on
a bit less than
previous,
£100.
Quest headsets?
So really, to make a game of the size and quality that Deadpool is, we needed to be on the latest hardware. So going with the Quest 3 and 3S was really the only choice for us.
So that's like £300 then for this VR.
Absolutely great capacities.
That's
of
the game
headset,
itself.
and that's just the
You're
choice
looking
that
at a
we
good
made
like
at the beginning. It was the right
£360
choice, I think.
for this. Like $400 plus dollars, I'd say.
So not just Deadpool fans, but people that like VR games or people that just like good games with good action and good story. It's a game that is made to be comfortable for everybody. It's got a great story. It's got replayability. It's got amazing action and gameplay. There's something for everybody. So really, the key thing here is whether you're new at VR, you've played
Not
VR
my kind of
before,
game, but if you
or
guys
you're
like
just somebody that
Deadpool or
likes
VR
good
stuff,
games,
it could be
Deadpool
interesting
is
for you.
Awesome. And do you have a release date yet?
November 18th.
November 18th.
You like
This
bad
year.
games,
Ooh,
Sam.
This year.
This year. Well, I am dead excited to try it out. So, for more about Deadpool VR,
Welcome
stick
the
with us
bearded
here.
shuffler. Hope that you're doing well, man. Okay, another new game, hopefully.
You're watching Gamescom Studio.
Now it's so quiet.
The Caped Crusader is known for dropping in when least expected, and sure enough, one of the biggest surprise announcements at Opening Night Live was Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Here we go.
Here to tell us what's new in Lego Gotham this time around,
Lego
Jonathan
Batman,
Smith from
nice.
GT Games. Welcome, and thanks for such a fun surprise.
Yes.
Oh, it was our pleasure.
Now, I think a lot of people, if you tell them a Lego Batman game is coming out, they think they know what they're in for, because we've had a few of those over the years. But seeing this
We
one in
do.
action, it is clearly cribbing a little bit from Rocksteady's Arkham games. Can you talk a little bit about, I guess, the systems that you've improved the most and what you've taken from the Arkham trilogy?
We're inspired by everything Batman. Decades of films, TV, comics, and games. If you're going to make a game now where
Wow.
you play as Batman, of course you're going to be inspired.
The
by
Lego games have come a
incredible
far
work
way since I was a
that our
kid.
friends and colleagues at Rocksteady did when they
I still
brought
remember
Dark Knight
playing
to life in that series. So
Lego
we start
Star Wars,
with
the
that
PlayStation
inspiration,
2,
but
I
we
think it
have
was.
to do new things. We
What a
want to do new
fantastic game
things.
that was.
We're a Lego game. We're going to make sure it's accessible for
One
all
of the most
players.
memorable
We're gonna
games
put two playable
I've played.
characters together. To
I don't
team
even
up
like Star
against
Wars that
all those
much.
bad guys. You can switch between them. They've got different new gadgets.
Squash 'em.
Interplay
Do
of
it.
two gadgets
Do
with
it.
two characters gives all kinds of new possibilities. And we really wanted to
Nice.
go further than we've ever gone before in a Lego game with that.
The animations are just so in depth.
Did you reach out to anyone at Rocksteady for development cues, or did you, go like, "Hey guys, this is what we're doing," like just a heads up or anything like that?
Yeah, well, we knew we wanted to make a new Lego Batman game.
It does look different
and we're
to
lucky
a couple of the
enough
other
to be
ones,
part
though.
of a studio organization that
Animation-wise.
includes Rocksteady.
Yeah.
So we shared our work in progress with other studios across Warner Bros.
Again,
Games.
I'm not much
and
of a
we were really
Batman
glad
fan.
To get their input and feedback. Also,
The
from
games like this
DC
still
as
look
well,
pretty
it's
awesome to
also
me.
part
It's
of the
Lego. I
same
mean, I like
company.
Lego
We
games.
get that direct back and forth. All those suggestions come straight from
Finally
the
finished
team at
making
DC. So cool.
Jabba's fat.
TT Games has a wonderful track record of just really lovingly getting very silly with beloved IP, and like clearly this one is kind of a mashup of some familiar Batman scenes
50
from
quid that
drastically different universes. Can you tell us a little bit about how the story is structured, how it all comes together?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the story about? What's the game about?
So
whenever I try and build Lego now, I'm always just like so slow to build it. Try and make it just
on
last.
the journey of Bruce Wayne.
It looks really good. It does look really
losing your
good.
Parents, filled with fear. You train with the League of Shadows. You return
Too much
to Gotham
content,
City. You take up this vigilante stance.
Sometimes less is more,
and
simplistic
over years, you
or basic
expand
level
your
design. Sometimes
Batcave,
more
develop
interesting.
New technology, meet new allies. That's the essential.
Not having an animation for
Batman
everything.
story across all
That's why I've
media,
quite
across
enjoyed
all
the older
stories. We
Lego
brought them
games
all
as well,
together and
because they were
incorporated them
basic.
into this unique
They just
Lego world where
felt like they
anything is
needed to
possible.
be
We can pull
basic.
from anywhere, and it makes sense in that.
There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of animation.
Progression, the emotional progression of Batman.
I have a follow-up question there. If we're getting the whole origin story, does that mean we're going to see Martha Wayne's pearls falling on the ground in Crime Alley all over again? And if so, what Lego element are you using for that?
What an interesting question. I know the exact answer.
That's cool. You can switch between characters there.
I'll be delighted when we reveal what happens in Crime Alley. But it's these sort of things. I mean, this is the joy that we have when we're lucky enough to play in these.
Loud, quiet, loud, quiet, quiet. Yeah,
back to the comics, the very first start.
Then your ears are bleeding.
Stories for the character, the way it's been retold, reinterpreted over the years. We can now look at that and have fun with it.
And you get to do it through, a comedic lens at time. It was also we saw nods to, the hallway scene in the Batman with the lights cutting in and out. So I love that you're working all that in. It seems like so
I remember
much
playing
fun.
a game a while ago, Lego Kingdoms, I believe it was called. That was really good fun.
I love the.
I really hope they remake that though, because that's got potential to be one of the biggest Lego games ever.
We're seeing a bit of that here.
We're trying to get it up because not many people ever played Lego Kingdoms.
What's the sort of size and scope of the city here and other worlds?
It's a very niche sort of game, I think.
Yeah. So Gotham is a crucial part of the Batman story. Discovering Gotham is a crucial part of the player's progression through the story campaign. So we've got missions that take place in Gotham and around Gotham.
I believe.
And you'll be free then to explore and discover the secrets of that city
2DS.
as you play through the story. You'll start on
Lego
Tricorner
Battles.
Island, right at the bottom, the South Island of Gotham, and that actually is the part of the city that we've got for people to play here at Gamescom.
It looks really weird now, but basically you can place down houses to increase population. You can
then progress,
you can have an army, but the problem was because this was like the 2DS.
South Island,
let me just mute this for a second. There we go. Because it was a 2DS, you could only have an army size of like 12 people, which kind of sucks. But essentially, you could choose between like the knights, the pirates, some alien people as well, the French, all these really exotic sort of groups of people. And it was generally, it was good, but it needed more. Oh, I remember these things were so cool. Like up here you can see, like, this is like your army size. You can only have an army size of 9 people. You can't attack someone with an army size of 9 people. But if they were to remake this game now, it could be so much better. It really can. Oh, there you go. Look, the best RTS game. Yeah. Here you go. You got a French person. That's pretty cool. You can select like the archers. You see their health. You see the mini map up there. So again, regarding RTS games, it could be one of the best Lego games ever made if they remake it, make it better, increase the army size, make the maps bigger, have more factions. There's a lot they have to do to it. But when it comes to video games, I care a lot more about the foundations of the game itself rather than the actual game itself. For example, when a game comes out and you can instantly tell it's beyond fixing, I don't care for it. When a game comes out and it's buggy, it's a bit of a mess, but it has the structure there to be a good game, I'm interested in it. This definitely had the structure. Like, there was even outpost towers where you can defend yourself and castles. It was really cool. Just it needed more, but for the restrictions they had on the 2DS, it was fine. But again, please remake that game. So good.
The Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Have you
Lego
incorporated
Factory
any other
game.
type of bat?
Tumbler, the Bat Pod, the Bat Bike. It's all there.
It's got it all.
And that's just for Batman. All the playable characters have got their own vehicles as well.
You mentioned wheeled vehicles. Are we going to see any aerial vehicles or water vehicles?
Glide with the Bat Glider across the streets and rooftops So that will get you airborne. You can take gusts of, you can build fans that lift you up. You'll fly higher.
Makes the game
above
fun,
the city,
yeah.
Using the bat glider.
I agree.
Can you do the catapult thing from Arkham Knight from the?
Yep.
Sweet. Right on. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga had like 400 something.
We've got about half hour left, by the way, until we finally get, well, hopefully,
we
to the Satisfactory gameplay. Hope that you guys are excited for it, by the way.
Really put detail into not only that character.
If you are new, I do upload Satisfactory content every single day now, pretty much. September will be a bit of a quieter month, but I have got some decent videos coming out there that hopefully you guys will enjoy.
Expanded that focus to then build the Bat family.
I haven't got any idea what they're going to announce, but it is confirmed by the developers that there is a Satisfactory announcement.
All of those characters have got their own gadgets and gear. And
I guess it's console and update 1.2.
We wanted to make that, if you want sort of a focused, deeper experience with those characters. You know, I love Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, but by focusing on Bruce Wayne and that story and focusing on that character, and I think adding more depth to what you can do with those characters, we have charted a different path here.
No,
I don't know why, but whenever they say Bruce Wayne, I keep thinking about the Hulk.
I appreciate the focus.
Bruce, because he's also called Bruce, isn't he?
You announced Matt Berry is voicing Bane.
Bruce
which is
Spanner?
just incredible.
It's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's. I remember I was watching it, and
I don't watch Marvel stuff, in case you guys haven't realized.
Thought to put together, but
all Batman stuff.
Can you talk about who's voicing Batman?
Yeah, we have Shai Mattison. So he's an actor who's been in various different video games and done some TV as well.
I mean, this looks cool, but
he is our Lego Batman.
It just doesn't look like the Lego stuff I grew up on. I suppose it's not, because I'm like 50,000 years old now.
Angsty,
I'm basically
Bruce
ancient
with the Dodge Charger, and then progress over years, sort of through Keaton, through into sort of being an older, gruffer, more mature.
Bruce sounded like a sissy name,
with all
really.
these kids running around. He brings that
was
performance
Bruce Banner?
out. Yeah, he's got the gravitas.
All right.
He's also got, you know, the humor and the
See, I know my Marvel stuff.
That you're going to need for a Lego game, right? Because you guys are working in a bunch of slapstick stuff, which is, you know, quintessential to the sort of the origins of the character, the 1960s stuff I saw. Where
exactly, that's all works in as well.
The name Bruce. There's nothing wrong with a Bruce.
Now, James Gunn is currently overseeing the entire DCU. That includes games. Lego stuff isn't really canon,
Banner.
but has he seen this game? If so, what does he think? And has he made any like
that seems like such a weird change.
Demands that he wants to see in the game?
Completely unnecessary.
So yes, he has seen and played the game. You'll see and hear from him in good time. And we haven't had any outrageous demands. I'd love an outrageous demand. I really would. Those are our favourite kinds of demands.
It's a really cool area.
Batmite in the, you know,
I wonder what the story is for this mission. Like some evil guys
So I'm going to give you. I'll
trying to destroy the world, and now Batman's going to try and save them.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, so we do have a list.
You've used your first
life. I used my first one. Hold on, wait.
Yes.
Yes, that might confirm. Okay, so we do have a full list here.
Yes, so we're going to ask you a list of characters that we want to know if they exist as minifigs in the game. You can say yes, no, or
let's try and watch some of the Batman movies, though.
I'm going to say no comment to
I've
most
heard some of them are very
we've only just revealed this game yesterday.
That's okay.
So I'm going to hold it. We're going to keep some surprises.
So you're saying there's a chance.
But I will confirm what I choose to.
Nice for us, the Cloud Factory.
Superman.
No.
Okay.
This is Bruce Wayne. This focuses on Bruce Wayne's story.
Great. Good to know. Harley Quinn.
No comment.
Peacemaker.
No.
Bob the Goon.
No comment. Good pull.
Adam West Batman.
Yes, definitely. Of course. You get that. Look, we've got like 70 different
they
suits
vary
for Batman,
a lot.
so all those different kind
You're
of
thinking
outfits
about all of
for
them,
Batman,
yeah.
so they're all in there.
Gotham by Gaslight Batman.
No comment. I'm going to confirm the ones that I really want to confirm.
Okay. Cowboy Batman.
No comment.
All right. Batman was my next question. We got that one. Terry McGinnis.
No comment. Good pull.
Jason Bateman.
That means yes.
I'm kidding.
So
that's not Batman.
He played Batman once.
I didn't think you were going to ask that one. That is an interesting one.
Oh.
Let's just say that we are alert to everything that has happened with people connected in the Batman universe.
All right.
So there might be a nod for you.
Okay. It's nice that they're actually taking inspiration from the game.
Let's just say that
there was a game that came out
Bruce
recently.
Wayne has got a business card,
and it's completely escaped my mind. Or was it a movie? Oh wait, I know what it was. The Witcher. When I believe it happened to a couple of other game franchises as well. But essentially, a game comes out, it's really popular, and then they try and make like a TV spin-off or a game spin-off from that game. And they did it with The Witcher, and I'm pretty sure the people that made The Witcher and again, it might not be The Witcher, but it might be another game similar to it, were essentially talking about how they didn't actually want to use much of the original IP. And I believe that's one of the reasons, as to why his name slipped my mind. The guy that plays Superman, British fella. The guy who was also in The Witcher as well. That's the reason why he left. Was because he's actually a massive fan of The Witcher, but because they were going so off script and they were just going so far away from the actual game itself and straying really far away from the original IP, that he just decided to leave. And I think that's one of the main reasons as to why he left. Henry Cavill, yeah, that's the one. So that was a pretty big... speaking of The Witcher, that's a pretty big example of that happening. But what makes no sense to me is that if you're trying to make an adaptation of something, whether it's a TV show, a video game, a movie, and you're purposely announcing that you're swaying away from the actual thing that you're trying to take inspiration from, I personally find that really stupid. I'm sorry, I find that really stupid. We saw it recently with the Snow White movie as well, where you had Rachel Zegler come out and say, like, this is nothing like what the original Snow White was. Don't make Snow White then. Make a movie like Snow White, completely fine. Don't call it Snow White. We had it with, again, The Witcher. That's probably the most common example is going to be The Witcher. But I'm sure there's been many other examples of IPs being used purely for marketing value, but them swaying so far away from it that it's not even remotely part of that original IP. I'm sure it's probably happened somewhere down the line with Star Wars. But there's so many Star Wars things now, I've lost track completely. Like, there's some Darth Vader stuff, some Yoda stuff, and that's all I know from Star Wars. And Jango Fett. Oh dear. In Warhammer 40k, that would be fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, David, a lot of people were quite frustrated. I'm still going to watch The Witcher, because I watched Series 1 and Series 2, but because I didn't play the games, I didn't actually understand how far away they actually went away from the original Witcher games. So it took away from the hype a little bit, but I definitely do want to play The Witcher, or at least see gameplay of it to experience everyone else's depression. There's a library of books of characters and storylines post original Star Wars, and Disney just threw it out. And one bullshit is a shot. Yeah. Welcome, Will. We don't know what the official announcement's actually going to be, but we know that there is an official announcement according to Coffee Stain Studios, the developers at Satisfactory, where they confirmed that within the next half hour, we are going to be seeing some sort of Satisfactory announcement. It could be console, it could be update 1.2, it could be a Satisfactory roadmap, the 2025 to 2026 season. I don't know. But yeah, it could be a lot of things. We just don't yet know. All that we do know is that there will officially be an announcement, and my guess is going to be console. Yeah. I think as well, Harry Potter had a problem with that, going from the books to the movies. There was a really good video that I somehow, for whatever reason, watched the entire way through. Some chap put in a lot of work, where every single second there was a character on screen, he would write it down, and compared to how many times that character was mentioned in all the Harry Potter books, I wish I could try and find the video. In fact, I probably will, because it's more important than what this guy's probably saying.
Built in Unreal, Metal Eden features 8 unique missions blending the
high-octane
combat of Doom and the futuristic parkour of Ghost Runner. A free demo is available now across all platforms, giving players access to the first 2 missions and first-hand experience of the game's fast-paced action. Metal Eden launches September 2nd, 2025 on Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series consoles. Let's take a look.
I believe it might have been...
Establishing connection.
Oh, I don't know.
Core Ripper active.
It was one of these, basically, but... what is this,
Give them hell, Hyper.
Yeah, they actually, again, didn't really follow the books very well. Got a fan who didn't like... This looks interesting. Is that Destiny?
About the neighbors. There's always trouble with them.
That was definitely the Destiny logo, wasn't it? But it can't be Destiny. It's like Doom, just without the
in the flesh.
It's nothing like Doom. It's Chinese. Maybe it's the Chinese Doom.
You're the Phantom Core. That makes you basically immortal.
Jobless opportunity. Cloud Factory is a Cloud Factory. Wow. That's a lot.
I have a proposition for you.
Metal Eden.
The average Cinefix movie list features nearly 100 different films and approximately 20.
We're seeing the same ad. It's really annoying. Yeah, going back to the IP stuff though, hopefully less games will be ruined or movies or TV shows be ruined just by people ignoring IPs. It's like if I was to make a video game about the Hunger Games, but then the entire video game is about Katniss Everdeen and Peter Malarkey, whatever his name is, Malik, having some sort of dance-off in, I don't know, some SpongeBob universe. It would make no sense. Like, if you're straying that far away from the IP, don't bother. Make your own IP. Simple. Yeah. Even if it's like the same studio doing it, like again, Disney keeps doing it, where they keep making Mulan 2, Mulan 1, one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't mind admitting that. I thought it was pretty cool. We had to do some sort of play when I was a kid about Mulan. I had to learn all the songs. Fantastic songs, still stuck in my head to this day. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Great song, great movie. Mulan 2, no one needed it. Again, Snow White, no one needed it. Just didn't. The Lion King, great movie. Didn't need a second or third one. But here we are. Yeah, just don't let EA get anywhere near like Satisfactory or anything, preferably. Oh well. Welcome Copy and Paste Productions. In literally like exactly 20 minutes from now, we are going to get a Satisfactory announcement. 20 minutes. Just got done watching the Silksong announcements. September 4th. Nice. Yep, 20 minutes, Taylor. Luckily, we are not too far away from it now. We've got some Indiana Jones news. The DLC looks pretty cool. It's set in the Vatican. I didn't play or watch that much of the actual Indiana Jones, but the DLC looked nice, at least. Borderlands 4, we've got tons of Borderlands 4 gameplay and footage from that as well. What else have we seen? Well, we saw a couple weird games.
Replaced is a gorgeous 2.5D action platformer that I've been excited about for years, and hopefully I don't have to wait too long to play it. Here to tell me all about Replaced is Igor Gritze. Hey, what's up, man?
Thanks for having me, and hopefully we can have a meaningful interview right now.
Yes, I'm excited. So, Replaced is like just a stunning looking
Motor
video
plant
game.
to finish, nice.
The 2.5D pixel art, there's all this great lighting and moody atmosphere and effects and stuff like that. How
is it a pixel art game?
Settle on this art style? Because it's honestly, it's one of the most sort of striking looking games I've ever seen.
Well, initially when we started like our first,
I was expecting that to be a 3D game.
It was like 2018, I think, and we thought to ourselves, what we can do with our limited.
Again, like, I'm not a big fan of these like 2D sort of games, but I can still massively appreciate them.
Let's try to do like a cinematic platformer. It should be good. It should be easier. Spoiler alert: it was not. It was. you don't see like many of those games like Inside, maybe a Little Nightmares and stuff like this, but those are far in between. And this is for a reason, because like even if the game is fully 3D, it's really difficult to like compose everything in a cinematic way.
Just run in a straight line.
Like we shot ourselves in the leg with doing like all the pixel art, because to like do proper camera work, to do justice, so that you don't break the illusion of like sprites being 2D. It's a lot of work. Yura, who is our game director, he
can imagine this is really difficult to do.
He's a total movie freak. So basically, he is like obnoxious regarding all of this stuff. Thank
you for all the votes, by the way, on the poll as well.
Like, setting up the
we have broken the channel record there, so that is very kind of you guys.
Like all the shadows, all the lighting. He also like conceptualized all the game, all the characters and stuff. So he's like our art director, he's game director. So Yeah, I would say that we did it on
games like this are pretty cool looking
because we've incorporated 2D and it's even harder. So
I mean, it's one of those games where it's like screenshots don't do it justice, right? Like screenshots are beautiful, but once you see
I hate when I see it on YouTube because YouTube compression, it hates pixel art, and usually it just like smushes everything. And whenever I look, like last year on IGN, we also had like a gameplay, how to say it, like showcase.
Yeah.
And basically, I looked at, man, half of the art is like smeared because of YouTube compression.
Right.
And I'm like,
after trying to do the logistic work for a Satisfactory plan.
Yeah.
I just love how sort of like detailed and lived in the world looks. I mean, like, if you had just been like, oh, we're going to make sort of something that's evocative of like a 16-bit Super Nintendo platformer, right? Or an old Genesis game or something.
Yeah.
You could have just stopped with like a couple of,
another
game
that
scrolling,
I really do want to try and
camera work coming in. You've got
at least cover a bit more on the channel is that Anno game.
Scratched up, sort of used
Pax
future
Romano
effects.
looks
I
so
want to
good.
talk a little bit about the setting.
I like Anno.
This is taking place in like an alternate
like
1980s America,
Rome,
right?
Pretty cool. Pax Romano.
In our world,
I think the setting's perfect.
Around biotransplantation and bioengineering.
So Ghost of Yokoi as well.
Wrong in America in the 40s, where basically instead of bombing Japan, American bombed itself.
Oh, wow.
And this gave a huge push towards like transplantation and healthcare and stuff. But like in all like cyberpunk stories, everything goes like
66.666
really fast. So initially, like donorship was like very honorable and very like it gave you great like rewards like money and stuff. But later down the line, it became more and more dystopian.
Well, there's a couple other games that have been announced, by the way, so far, which you guys might be interested in. So let me try and get them up very quickly. And again, thank you, by the way, to everyone who's currently tuning in. It's awesome having everyone watch over on YouTube and over on Twitch as well, where we are live on both platforms. So thank you very much for that. So Gamescom game list. The lineup, that's probably what we actually need, don't we? There we go. Well, this shows, this just shows like the companies behind us. How about Coffee Stain? Is there a Coffee Stain here? Maybe not, because they didn't want to reveal that they were in it, maybe? Roblox, what they're doing. So this is 2025. This is what we've seen so far today. And they are actually updating these games as we go along. For example, that wasn't there earlier. Now it is. Is there anything else that's related to like some factory sort of game? I don't think so. Path of Exile, I've heard about that quite a lot. Again, Doom, we've already seen that. The Blood of Dawnwalker, again, fantastic looking game. Rather interested in getting that. The Way of the Sword. Like, there's so many sword games. I'm sorry, but like, there's so many sword games. Indiana Jones mostly has a whip, but I believe he also focuses a lot on melee combats. Melee combat up there as well, just above my heads. Melee combats. Path of Exile. That, I don't know what that is. Dune Awakening, I think a bit of both. Crimson Desert, I believe this also involved a lot of melee. Yep, so again, melee combat, man with a sword. Man with a sword. Man with a sword fighting zombies, I think. Golf with Friends, probably man with a sword. Doom, man with a, well, sword and a gun. Man with a sword, man with a sword, man with a sword. Elden Ring, man with a sword. Monsters are coming. I mean, I don't know what you're doing to the monsters to make them do that, but there you go. Woman with a sword, I think. Beast with a sword. Mechanics 2. Okay, Pokemon, that definitely requires some sort of fighting. Must do. Man with a sword. Man with a gun. Man with a gun. Man with a sword and gun. Man with a sword. You guys get the gist, right? Swords. Like. Man with a hose. A lot of these games are very similar. So when it comes to games like these 2D games, I don't necessarily mind because it's something a little bit different.
Brennan company called Upgrade. It's about also about an
10
AI
minutes away, by the
trapped
way.
inside
We
a
are
human
10 minutes
body.
away from reveal.
I love it.
Yeah, and also it's an inspiration for our combat system because
What a message.
of how our character moves in a sort of like unnatural way to a
Storms
human
and hoes.
because he can pass human
Lots of
body's
swords.
limits, and that's why basically he's like that.
I haven't played it yet. It's alright, yeah.
Bible, I think, is
1800's
inside
good. I want to try and do
because
a
it's
stream
like
of that maybe soon.
top-notch cinematic platformer. Even though their story is not so like spoken, it's more like a minimalistic. But it's like a textbook for how you
In
should
real
build
life, it is.
But as well, like as we learned ourselves,
Yeah,
it's
being a
very,
firefighter
very
is
difficult and very expensive to make this kind of game. And of course, like visual style.
that background,
visual style,
by the
there's
way.
an elephant in the room. This is like
Pretty cool.
We were heavily inspired by The Last Night.
Yeah.
They have like a gorgeous
Something
art style.
called
It's heavily
from
inspired us,
Warhammer
and we thought
40k that the
this is
Space
a really
Marines
great
have. A
look.
dreadnought,
This is a
is
really
it?
great take on this retro stuff. So we tried to do it our own and
Yeah.
to
It's a Space
during
Marine
the game
dreadnought.
development, I think we've reimagined our art style several times.
Oh,
it's less
dear.
noticeable for people from the outside, but basically there were a lot of problems that we had to resolve. But I think most likely for us it's
Armored Coffin, pretty much.
those cinematic platformers, as well as like the legacy platformers, like in Flashback.
Defects.
Or
You know what?
Another
Yeah, just use a
World.
potion of.
But, unfortunately, those wouldn't work today
what's it
because
called in
of
Minecraft?
their
Like
nature.
anti-flame,
and
whatever it
players
is.
Today, they expect a bit
There you
of
go.
different style. So
Just drink a potion.
Yeah, so we try to incorporate stuff like combat system, which was heavily
Caesar
inspired by
vibes,
Batman
yeah,
Arkham
it
series. We try to incorporate it in 2D, which is like
I like that a lot. So I was going to ask you about the combat because I can see the sort of like the magnetism that the protagonist has towards the enemies and snapping from thing to thing. You've got this Blade Runner style pistol, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like it's got a meter that charges up.
It's basically both a pistol and a police baton. So it has like a kinetic energy like generator inside. So whenever you beat the crap out of enemies, you also charge the gun. But you cannot
Literally
overuse
10
it,
minutes,
you have
Vinod.
to shoot once a while.
Getting
this
very
was
close
also
now
one
to
of
the
main,
announcements.
Plot devices for the story, like the gun, and the thing that actually Reach
think
can
he did,
possess this gun because it has
yeah.
a fire sensor, which is
How
locked
dare he.
and only police officers and Phoenix Corporation can use it. So this is a major plot device, but those are spoilers, so this is one at a time.
It's cool. I really appreciate, you mentioned earlier some of the camera work. You get to see it a lot during the combat, right? It's there was a scene in one of the clips I watched from you guys where the protagonist gets hit, the camera spins completely upside down. It's just like that sort of dynamic stuff that you wouldn't necessarily expect from like a classic 16-bit platformer. Did you guys get to experiment with here?
These game
basically
announcements
this is
have
one
been
of
going
our
on for
main,
quite
like,
a while.
selling points,
I have
but as
noticed
well,
that.
This is our
It's
curse.
like 10,
because,
15
we
minute
have-
slots
we
just for a
have
game that can be very
no,
easily explained
but
within
don't
3
quote me on
minutes.
that, camera cuts
What's the
in
game about? It's a 2-bit
so
game.
basically,
Okay, what do you have to do in
everything
it?
has to be seamless. So
Right.
the
Whatever it is you have to
transition
do.
from
Okay,
gameplay
thanks.
to cutscene and
It
stuff.
does drag on for
so
a bit.
basically, this is where a lot of things can break immersion. So it takes a lot of effort to do the proper camera work, do the proper like setup for this, and it's a lot of trial and error. And because like it's not like a traditional movie, but it's not like a very traditional video game itself. So we have nobody to ask about that.
Like
so
that
we have
city
to
in the
experiment with
background
that.
there as well
And,
looks really interesting.
Sometimes we can like borrow stuff from other great minds in the industry, but there is a lot of experimentation involved.
You guys have been working on this game for a long time. There was obviously some
buttons to
skepticism
make the
when,
screen
you
show
know,
the
we're
colours
so
and
used
patterns
to
they
now,
want to see.
like, modern
Exactly.
gamers, we're like a game gets announced and we wait
It's been
years and years and
Satisfactory
years
in a
to find out
nutshell.
more. What were like, I guess, some of the challenges that you faced
Logistics.
getting to where you are in development now?
Probably a couple mental
initially I would
breakdowns.
say that during first several years of
Bon
development, it
appetit.
was
As
mostly like a
James
prototyping and
Acaster
exploring
said during
opportunity.
Takeoff.
I think serious development started somewhere like in 2020. And after that, there were
You
a lot
will
of
have a couple
challenges,
breakdowns,
like,
but you'll have
you
fun
name
along
it,
the
but
way as well.
First we have to understand what it's like to run our own company. This is like our first personal project. And then we have
try
to
and put a timer up on the screen,
understand,
actually.
like what it takes to create a game in
Not
terms
for-
of
it's
like,
not 45
combining
minutes, don't
all
worry, I'm
those
gonna
systems
change that.
together, financing for this, for all of this, and also like an elephant in the room is like the war in our region.
Yeah.
We are not from Ukraine ourselves. We have like one team member who is in Ukraine. Right now he's drafted in Ukrainian armed forces, unfortunately. So we do not claim to be like the victims here, but at the same time our region is very unstable. So that's why we have to relocate most of our team. Yeah, it halted our development on a big scale, and we still had to continue the development because like money is running out, so we have to be mindful. This is a business.
Yeah.
Even though this is an art, we still have to be mindful that we have to pay people for them to provide to their families. So yeah.
Well, I'm really happy where the game is right now. It looks really gorgeous. You guys are very clearly putting in a lot of work.
Looks great.
On it,
Again,
so
if you're interested in 2D games, you'll really enjoy
and
that.
I can't wait to play it. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
That is Replaced. It looks awesome. Hopefully we'll all get to play it soon. But until then, we've got plenty more Gamescom on IGN coming up very soon. So stick around.
Here we go.
Oh, hi. Coming up next on Gamescom Studio, we've got a handful of new trailers, a look at what's coming down the assembly line in Satisfactory, the narrative horror by Sweet Carol, the cozy life sim Sarsand Island, and stylized rock climbing game Cairn. Take a look.
There you go, guys. Oh. Here we go, a Satisfactory trailer. It's been a minute. Get a terminal. Everything has stopped. The graphics look different. Really cool. You can hear someone handcrafting. Looks really like it's a really well made trailer, like the vision wise. Oh, that looks beautiful. Headgear there as well. Revealed new helmets. Beanbag there. Console. I think we were right. I think it's a console release. Look at that. Nighttime there, daytime November 4th. Available on console November 4th. Let's freaking go, chat. We were correct there. We were correct. November 4th. Brilliant. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. Brilliant. Okay, I do want to talk about that in just a minute, but that is fantastic news that has now been confirmed. November 4th. Let me just try and record that very quickly for a video. November 4th. I think I said either October or November, so I was actually correct. So that's pretty good. I've actually got a video ready to go now. Just got to get the release dates. Do a cinematic shot here as well. There we go. So that's pretty exciting. I will watch back that trailer in literally just a second. Very quickly though, I do need to record something and upload it because it's well, it's obviously good news, isn't it? Bloody hell, man. There we go. So what do you guys think? November 4th. Were you guys expecting console? Were you not expecting it? Because we've got it now, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah. That was my very first look there at the Satisfactory. Well, it wasn't 1.2, it was console announcements. Oh well. And the official release date is the 4th of November 2025. So it's literally coming out now in just a few months, which is rather exciting. And it's also coming out just before the Christmas sort of hype as well, which, of course, is great. There we go. But yeah, that looks really, really good, though. Let me try and write that actually on the screen as well. Have I got an image text? No, of course I haven't. Oh, well. There we go, text. Great. 4th of November for console. All I've got to try and do now is just upload that little clip that I just recorded there. Add it into here, and that's the video done. After I upload the video, we can go back to talking a little bit more about that trailer. But as you guys can probably imagine, I do want to try and get this out here if I can. There we go. Audio gain. Go 3. Just a few months, which is rather exciting. That's my voice, unfortunately. And the official release date is the 4th of November 2025. Great. So, what does everyone think about that, by the way? Are you guys excited for the November 4th reveal? I don't know what date I was expecting. I don't, but I felt like it was a pretty good date for them to announce it. It's not too far in the future either, because like it's not necessarily like tomorrow or anything, but it's also not like 10 months down the line. So I think it's actually done a pretty good date, which is rather exciting. There we go. Unfortunately, my editing software does not want to cooperate today, which is to be expected. That's why I would it. There we go. Nice. Here's what we got so far. Certainly do. And the official release date is the 4th of November 2025. Yes, it is the 4th of November 2025. Great. Lower you down there a little bit. Great. But now we most certainly do. And the official release date is the 4th of November 2025. This was confirmed over... Great. Okay, so all I've got to try and do now is basically just upload that. But there you go, 4th of November for console. We didn't get any other news necessarily about anything else just yet. But that doesn't mean that we didn't get any sort of teasers. That's the thing that I want to try and see as of right now. Because tomorrow I'm going to be recording a video basically breaking this down a little bit more. There isn't really too much to necessarily break down because it was a very short announcement, but it was still rather interesting though. Satisfactory console release. There we go. If the stream does lag, by the way, over the next like a couple minutes, I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, when I try to upload stuff, it just lags. What can I say? I do want to continue watching the rest of this trailer though, absolutely. I don't think we necessarily missed out on anything too much. That's not Satisfactory stuff, so no, it's fine. Great. Thank you, by the way, again to everyone who's currently tuning into the stream. I hope that you guys are enjoying it so far. But yes, 4th of November for console, that is pretty good. Let me actually try and upgrade the text there a little bit. Change the background color if I can. How do I even change that? Oh, there we go. It's been so long since I last had to add text. Change that to 20. That's probably a little bit easier to read there. But 4th of November 2025 for console. You're not really interested in console, but you think many others are really excited. Yeah, it's one of those things where if you're interested in it, it's going to interest you. But if you're not interested, then it's like, yeah. Apparently that's going to take 8 minutes to render. It's a 2-minute video. It's going to take 8 minutes to render. That's ridiculous. Oh well, let's try and get back. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see the stream lagging. Oh, dearie me. What do I do? Let's try and see what else they are currently showing here. Welcome, Burnt. Hope that you're doing good. There we go.
To developers and giving out a whole lot of merch to the crowd. So if you're here at Gamescom, come join us in Hall 7.
Just who's like suplexing Yoshis on the
Let's
stage.
watch back what we just saw.
You can't miss it.
Again, I do apologize for the lag. Not really much we can do about that. I can also give it the timer whilst we're here as well. Nice.
Take a look.
So, do you think there was anything else new that we didn't see? I don't think so. We've got the computers there as well. I don't know why it's lagging. I've already seen this. Get rid of these tabs, maybe. Yes. So we've got 4 minutes for that. So after 4 minutes, it should stop lagging. Minor patches to help? Yeah, I think so. There probably will be. If we do get any news about that. What is even happening to YouTube? Hello? There we go. The very first thing to look at here. Also, this is the world from the 1.1 background loading screen. So if you load into the game now, I believe this is the... What is it even pause? I'm not even pressing the pause button. This is the world that you can see. I don't think there's anything new here to spot. Got the drones, the radar tower, the trucks, the hatches. This is something we haven't got. It's completely... I've lost the word for it now. This thing. Tumbleweeds. That's currently not in the game. Everything here is... We've got computers there. We got... I believe that is... I know... Assembly director system? Potentially... Yeah, I think that is an assembly director system. I don't think that's a new item. Our constructors along there as well. I'm guessing these are going to be mergers. Wait, no, they're actually splitters because they're going into the constructors there producing cable. Got our plastic up there as well. Essentially, the entire factory's stopped working. Is that packaged sulfuric acid? I don't think I've ever actually seen packaged sulfuric acid in this game before. This is beautiful trailer, by the way. That is the ADS, yeah. That is a meme. It's from the movie where they dance like that. Completely forgot what it's called now. Oh, what's it called? What's that? I mean, you guys know the movie. Pulp Fiction, that's the one. When he turns around... It's a Pulp Fiction meme in this economy. Although it's lagging so hard I can't even see the meme. There we go. Why is it lagging so much? I think it's because I'm recording and uploading something as well at the same time. Yeah, I can see my editing software. It is not liking this. We'll give it a couple minutes, it'll be working fine again. It just so happens that it's lagging a little bit, unfortunately. Packaging nitric acid is the best way to move it by drone. Oh, yeah, fair enough. This next bit, though, is something I'm actually rather interested in. This scene. So we've got the rifle up there. We've got the Xeno Basher. We've got the rebar gun and the chainsaw. Boombox. The beanbag's new. The nuts there. That's a pretty cool feature. We've got the Nobelisk, the inhaler, some crisps, it looks like. The dog. Oh, look at the doggo. Oh. Unfortunately, my doggo in real life is currently not doing very good, let's just say. So we're unsure about his health for the next couple weeks. So seeing a doggo makes me just want to cry, but that's alright. Llama there in the background. This looks really cool. Like this actual background sort of theme. Okay, I think the main video is actually done now. Let me see. Yep. Where is it? So I am going to have a video coming up now in the next 10 minutes maybe? That's the plan at least. That's what we're going to be trying to aim for. Luckily I've already got a thumbnail and everything ready. I knew it was going to be console. I made the video right before I started streaming, and I had a feeling that it was going to be a console release. So I had a video ready for the console release, and it just so happens to be, say it with me, a console release. I've already got a description for it as well. Who's ready? November 4th. There we go. It should be rather exciting. I will be actually, will I be getting the game on console? I suppose I almost have to now, don't I? If there was a way I could get it for free on console, I definitely would. But I don't think the devs would want to hook me up with with a coffee. If I was a slightly bigger content creator, then maybe, but I think because of my size, it's not really beneficial to them. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh to myself, I don't know. Great. It should just be a minute, by the way, then we'll get straight back to the trailer. A customer? Yeah, true. Okay, so that video will be coming out in about like 2 or 3 minutes from now. I do want to try and continue though, watching the rest of this if I can get it up on screen. I don't know why, like, why is my YouTube thing acting so weird today? It is so weird. It's like I'm trying to get videos just working properly, but YouTube is just not cooperating at all. Or Google, should I say. There we go. Got there in the end. Okay, so I'm going to release the video now. We'll get straight back into the trailer in just a moment. Is it all okay? Is it all okay? Is it fine? I think so. I'll post a link in the chat in just a moment here as well. Let me just make sure it's actually like it's good. Finally happened. It's finally happened. Great. Is this link going to work? It's finally happened. Exactly. I think I did actually manage to work there. Yep. So the link that I'm posting down the stream chat, that is the new video essentially about console release. Feel free to leave a like and it helps the video go in the algorithm, apparently. Wait, did I tell it to public? It's finally happened. I did, okay. So sometimes what I would do is I think I've released a video, but I said it's unlisted so you can't actually like see it. You just got the notification. Great. That's fantastic. I think I'm done with that now. Great, straight back to some Satisfactory stuff then. I love this background. This is a really cool little shot. I believe that's a new helmet. I don't recall seeing that in the game. And the last time that they showed a new helmet, one of these trailers, was the little teaser that they did for golf a couple months ago, then they added it into the game. So I assume that they are going to be adding this as well. Can I just zoom in there to the controller? That's pretty cool. Obviously it's like a fix-it controller. There's a couple little bits and bobs here as well. There's only 2 beds in the hub, but there's 3 engineers. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about it. Anything over here that we're missing? Diploma? Fix-it diploma? Maybe? Some really cool, like, speaker things here as well. Lizard Doggo. Don't know what that is. That's a joystick. I'm guessing that's the joystick award from the joystick thing that you won. Anything here that's new? No. That's actually something else because we were talking. Wait. What's this? What is that? It's the back of some machine. I've just got no idea what machine that actually is. But something that I would like them to add is some more lighting. Because we've got spotlights, but they're way too big. And this, I think that's a Mark III. That's not a Mark, that's... Wait. Wait. Okay, well, we don't have to view this. I'm sorry, we don't have to view that. Is it a truck station? That looks like, what's this? Packager. Oh wait, oh yeah, no, yeah. From this angle, it's a packager. Anything new here? I doubt it. No. It was always good to double check just in case. Let's game it out, man. I don't think there will be anything necessarily new in this. This looks sick, by the way. But it's always good to have a quick look at it anyway. Saw this shot before. I think it's a compilation of previous shots from other trailers. November 4th, everybody. November 4th. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm personally very happy about that. I'm not going to watch the rest of the Gamescom. It goes on for like another 2.5 hours. I've seen enough games for today. But that was the main bit there that we were tuning in for. Yeah, that was a lot of spaghetti. That was. But I think that was Let's Game It Out's world. Look at the bottled water. What was it new? Where even was it? There. It's the same bottled water, isn't it? It looks the same. Over there. It appears the same. I don't think there was anything else that they announced. No. Definitely no. No. So I think that was the main announcement, basically. Which is pretty good. It's what I said. Because I was thinking about it from like a marketing point of view. The best thing they could have done marketing-wise was announce console. It's the best thing. I think if they were to add a couple, maybe like a 1.2 announcement, but it's way too early for update 1.2. Because that will, again, most likely be coming out November-ish, maybe October at the earliest. Like, very earliest October. So, is it too early to announce it? I don't know. But I feel like it would have been pretty cool as well for the existing players, for them to have something to look forward to. But again, as a console player, I'm very excited for that. I still think it's a pretty cool announcement. I am going to end the stream here, because I will just continue yapping forever. What do you guys think? Were you excited about the announcement? Are you still excited about it? Do you wish they added a few more things, maybe? I don't know. Regardless, though, I'm fairly excited for it. Thank you, by the way, to everyone that tuned in. In total, we had, 700 people tune in today, which is my most viewed live stream in some time. So thank you very much for that one, guys. I do greatly appreciate that. We were live for almost 3 hours in the end. That didn't feel like 3 hours. We were. Thank you for the 11 or 12 likes on the stream now. That is very kind. I have literally just released a video, by the way, so feel free to check that out. Any support on that video will be greatly appreciated. I really hope it does well in the algorithm. I don't normally care if a video does well or not in the algorithm, but this video could have the potential to do pretty decent, so feel free to support that if you so wish. Regardless, again, I'm not going to yap for too long. I've been yapping for 3 hours. I think you guys have had enough of my yapping. Satisfactory video tomorrow. Oh, do I? Yeah, I'm going to. It'll be a very short video, but I'll start writing the script now. Regardless, have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, Pioneers, and goodbye.